bam, bam. Whoa. I just saw the chat right now. What the heck? What the heck? Yo, I gotta eat. What's up, Inkaroni Pepperoni? How you doing, my brother, Ink? I don't even know if you hear me. You might hit the little refresh. Now let me copy paste some stuff real quick. Oh, I don't even know if that worked. There it did. Okay, this keyboard is like so sensitive. I barely tap a button and it goes, bro. I barely tap a button and it goes. Thank you. Yo, what's up, Big Kurt? What's up, Minnie? We got an epic whale comeback today? I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for it. What's up, my brother? Ant, Evo, C Money. I'm ready to be loud. I'm ready to be obnoxious. The Veno of casting. Yo, actually, hold up. Hold up. I should, huh? You know what I'm saying? I'm the Veno of casting, an international sensation, winning on the 2 hardest regions. All right, let's pull up the leaderboard. Get a recappage. A recap of day 1. Kanata and Victor V with a 30-point lead. Minute and B-Dog, second place. Chris and Zyro, 2 victory royales. Unfortunately, they were contested off spawn. They went 3-3, so they're going to sit in 3rd place. This is top 3 for the Summit land. So this one's going to be great. We got Yumi and Sauko 4 points down. X-Pawn and Doxy in the mix. Hilly and Youngin at 203. They got a victory royale. 12 elims here as well. Susie and Gabix hits and Go High Don't Die. Source at School and Baka and Pars to kind of round out the top 10. Then you got Vanilla's Haju, Evo, and Peepotron, the Epic Whale, and Pump in the top 13. Our top 3 is what makes land for this major. And yep, Phoenix and Retro should be contesting Kanata and Vic today. Should be contesting Kanata and Vic. So it's definitely gonna be an exciting. We're gonna be watching a lot of like the top teams. Obviously, we're gonna be looking for fights in the boring mid games, and then we're gonna be looking at top 3. So we're gonna be watching basically, you know, contenders and then mid game fights. Can Whale qual? It's gonna be hard, but you could see it's what 32 plus 26, 58 points behind, which I think, you know, you can catch up 58 points behind. Why does this keep moving, dude? Oh well. Oh well. Clicks and Higgs just didn't get kills, sadly. For the most part, I don't think that was like the hardest part of the game plan, but you can kind of see that Elim's, like, Veno really made the difference matter with Elim's, him and Curve. What's up, Ryan? I'm doing pretty good. We got 1 minute. 1 minute and we'll get into game 1. 1 minute and we're in game 1. But let's see if the replay code is working right now. We shall see. Yes, we do. We got a minute to wait. 1 minute to wait. I think a good chunk of teams could get into the top. Why are you sick? People were saying I spam invite Curve. It's insane. I don't even know, dude. He was streaming, so like, you know. X, what do you mean leak code? It's on Fortnite Tracker. It's on Fortnite Tracker. There's no leak. What's up, Wheat? All right, let's see if we can get in. We might be seconds early. We might be seconds early, but we'll see if we can get in for game number 1 already. Check last place on NAC and see who's not there. Why? What happened? Everybody's there. It's 50 teams. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Yo, Kiddo, bro, that was a great finals, man. It was good. I was hoping for game 12 to matter. It did a little bit until it didn't. It did a little bit. It was definitely entertaining, dude. It was definitely entertaining. We're just a little bit early here, trying to get in the game. Oh, we're not last. Okay. I feel you. I feel it now. Hey, I just wanted an entertaining finals, and I got blessed. I always tell all the talent from EU to NA, like, I don't necessarily pray to have a good show. I pray that I was given the opportunity to work with such amazing people. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of what it is right now. Let's get rid of the double mini-map glitch first. And then we go from there. Game number 1 starts right now. I'm not sure, Nathan. I would imagine it covers all days, but I don't know. I would imagine it covers all days. All right. Drops are coming in. Let's try and see right now. It does look like Jules here, uncontested, squibbly. Did Chris not get in the game? Kanata. Oh, I accidentally looked at Shipski real quick. Okay, so everybody did get in the game. It doesn't look like Kanata and Vic are actually going to be contested today. There is no contested Kanata and Vic. Aka and Pars are, however. So that's it right there. Yeah, Hex, I got it. I was just seconds. What happened to Ark? Got inactive for I don't know what reason. Aka and Pars, they had a very slow start to the tournament yesterday. They're really going to have to try to pick up the pace here today if they want any hope of not only getting that top 3 spot, but winning FNCS Major 1. No, he didn't. Nimrods, he got inactive. Yeah. That's why Kanata and Vic are together. Baka underneath, trying to put the pressure on. Pars is there. Gets shockwaved on. Dark on the other side, just trying to spray into the box. Good shots being traded off. Dark with the iron pump. He gets the down onto Pars. Baka, though, gets coned off by Snevy and taken out early in game 1. We have uncontested Squibbly Shores. Uncontested Squibbly Shores on NA West. Oh, never mind. It's a glitch. It's a glitch. I lied. There we go. Zyro and Chris. Okay, I thought it was uncontested. I thought we had every POV. A little bit of a mistake there. But it does look like Retro and Phoenix actually looking to sit the bus at Squibbly, park it, and kind of go from there. It does look like Echo's in a 1v1 situation against Blizzard. Top side of the map. And Blizzard takes down both Vert and Echo early on in game number 1. Uh-oh. We got Alien and Hearn still contesting Pump and Epic Whale off spawn. Pump and Epic Whale taking the top side of the map, trying to make sure they do not get tagged out of the sky. That's something that we saw in day number 1 yesterday. Epic Whale and Pump going down in 50th place because they got tagged out of the sky. Still north side of the map. Blizzard by himself, but it does look like a whole nother team. Dustin and Caden looking for him. I do not work for Fortnite now. How much land spots? NA West has 3 for this and then 2 for this last chance thing. I don't know, Nimrods. I'm definitely not playing this weekend. Yo, Stewie, are you in this game? Oh my god, Blizzard's just trying to get out. Caden keeping the pressure down below. Dustin going from up above, cutting off different angles until they finally get that elimination. Things are heating up quick on this region. Ty and Flash, dude, they're looking all right. Not necessarily the best position. From what I understand from the tweet, I believe it's soon. Ryan at the bottom side of the map. Check on Source in school. We're at the top side of the leaderboard as well. Uncontested, multiple shockwaves, harpoon. They got the slap pizza and just a couple of splashes. Are you watching? Okay. Victor V doing all right so far. Hoax uncontested at their drop spot, so no reason to go on over and look just yet. We're just checking a lot of the early game fights, and then we'll do a leaderboard check about all the top teams afterwards. After the dust settles, 14 months in a row, Shuffle. 14 months, over a year.
Best casting ever as always. It's per guns.
It's per guns, bro. All right, for anybody you guys want to check out, let me know. Thank you so much, Shuffle. What's up, Biscuit? Trying to see what other teams might be fighting right here. Clowny and Icy still looting at the Sanctuary. Icy split off, trying to get Surge. It's a big trust in his teammates to stay alive in a situation like that when they're so far spread apart. Going back on over to the top side of the map where we got Epic Whale and Pump looking like they're going for a lurk here. Bro, Dub with the gifted sub to Jacob. I'm Jacob. He's Jacob. Now we're all Jacob. I don't know, Hoax. Uh-oh, they're going for the lurk. Epicwell moves in. Tries to play aggressive. Gets control of a lot of pieces, cutting off a whole nother path. Alien stuck by himself. Crouched down, maybe even trying to lurk around, but Epicwell thinking 2-3 steps ahead in that occasion. Pump outside of the box. They're just trying to take a little bit of control over this side of the map. Kind of rethinking that situation. Trying to give a little bit of an escape plan here, just in things worst comes to worst. He can try to get out very, very quickly. You see a huge chunk of material missing from brick and metal. You want to see Kanata? Right here. We'll look at him real quick, and then we'll go right back to some fights right now. Kanata and Vic, uncontested at Sandy Strip. There was some talk about Phoenix and Retro maybe contesting this side of the map because of the fight at Squibbly hasn't gone their way. They're getting tagged out of the sky, but it does look like Game 7, game number 1 here on day 2, Victor V and Kanata will remain uncontested as of now. Oh, I would never do that, Lucifer. Oh, who's that up above him? Let's check real quick. Let's see who's going to be positioned above. That's Braden. That's Shipsky trying to hold control of the gas station, of the vending machine, so you can kind of see the focal point of what both of these teams are really going for here in this situation. But it's going to be Vanillas and Haju as of now. Parking the bus. Ty is up. Coyote, we checked him out for a quick second, then we went elsewhere. It's crazy. Carillion dropped Oliver 1 week ago. Top 2 wins eval and quad land. Yeah, that's, you know, 13th place. It came down to, I think, Jargood clutching. Maybe it's Carillion, though. Nobody actually pushed in to go for the fights now. Ty is kind of in the top side of the map. Wouldn't say it's uncontested by any means, but not necessarily having to go for a fight. Let's go and check on Xenon and Velo here against Lyric and X. Ooh, big down for Xenon coming in first. X trying to run away, using the shockwave, trying to create distance here. But he runs from one team almost into the path of a whole nother, missing an item slot. No extra HP. You got to imagine what the gold is like, though. That's going to be the big question. Are you taking notes, Chandler? If you have any questions ever, let me know. I have no idea, Lucifer. This is top 3 for West Sprays. Top 3. X looking good. We got Pump and Epicwell moving towards the backside of the mountain in the bush. Not sure if they're just trying to look here or just get a couple extra resources. Remember, last time we were watching them in Wonky Land, they were missing a bunch of brick. They were missing a bunch of metal. And they've been able to kind of cover that now. Chop is there on the side. They're not going to rotate in. You got to watch out, though, for OC and Larcos on top of that mountain. You can easily try to look back, figure out where they're at, but OC is going to go back to his surge base. Larcos is going to be the one on the other side of that mountain. They're just trying to cover as much distance as possible. Dropping down. Going to get a couple extra bits of loot here before they go right back up towards the top of the mountain. Got Raze and Monk. Yo, we got Ryder in the sky, bro. 4 months, brother. Thank you so much. Hopefully today you're entertained. From both Central and West. Hopefully I entertained, Trey. Hopefully I did. My main goal is for the people that are watching can, like, put themselves in the position of these players. So if something good happens, these guys, everybody at home feels the celebration, feels the hype of those good moments. But I also try to, when something bad happens, so people can kind of feel the, you know, the heartbreak, like get emotionally invested. That's what I try to do. And then obviously for the pro players themselves, when they have a good pop-off moment or something like that, I want them, when they're back and rewatching, to be like, not only was the moment good, like, he made the moment feel good as well. Something like that. I do, Nails. What's up, brother? Just haven't seen you in a while. Kind of trying to check Kanata, Victor V, making a rotation out of Sandy, immediately trying to go towards the north side of the map. Using shockwaves, they end up towards Painted Palms here. And this is where they can position themselves pretty well in metal. They're going to be able to replenish the metal, replenish the brick. Kanata building up. Not too big of a surge tower, so they have to refarm for a long time, but just just big enough so they can give themselves a little bit of a vantage point to look through, get information, maybe even some search tags as well. And that's going to be Vic's job. Yeah, I did, Fear. Simple edit is crazy. Simple edit is crazy. Trying to remember who else. Where's Minute and B-Dog? That's who we got to find right now. Yo, Lux, thank you for the raid, brother. Thank you for willing to share your community. Where's Minute and B-Dog? Second place so far on the leaderboard. Hey, if B-Dog had mats in one of these end games, they could potentially be in first, you know? I thought he was too, Gerber, but he is not. He's actually choosing not to engage in the off-spawn fight, or at least not just yet. Minute holding it down. Kind of see the lay of the land over towards Frigid. You got Hilly and Youngin off in the distance. Minute and B-Dog, Centro and Purple. And then Yumi and Sauko on top of Frigid Fortress. Check the loot out for Yumi and Sauko, though. Is FNC over, bro? Please, I generally don't know. Major 1 is. Except for this is the last Major 1 going on for this region. On top of the mountain, max mats essentially. Yumi not as maxed up. Missing about 41 builds, most of them being brick, most of it being metal as well. He's going to be able to replenish some of that brick. Zone is going to continue to move towards the north, though. So a good portion of the south side of this lobby is going to have to start to rotate in. Up against mountains as well. So that's where it's going to get tough. Scissor and Blood Gangster, they're going to go ahead and try to rotate in. They don't have as far a distance as others, but they got to watch out from all angles, in front and behind. The used builds replenish. Jules and Caesar trying to make their way in from the south as well. Phoenix and Retro trying to come back. And honestly, Phoenix and Retro, I'm sure they know it as well. A little disappointing day number 1. The leaderboard's still pretty stacked. I think anybody could catch up. Qasim, Epic, and Pump. It's just unfortunate the way everything's shaken out for them, but I still got hope. Pump, Epic, well, you can kind of see just outside of Wonky Land. Sees Hearn, sees Alien sitting in the bush, waiting for them to make a mistake here. Or possibly Shockwave forward. They're going to follow them in that rotation. They still got to watch out for the 2 teams on top of the mountain as well. Which are the 2 players, which is Larkos and OC. Can easily thwart any plans here, especially in terms of Storm Surge. Yeah, this is NA West Grands. With a 5-minute delay, so no spoilers. This is Game 7, Game 1 of the day. Yo, thank you, Alex. Ooh, Storm Surge is going to finally pop. 83 players up, 4th zone Surge. And this is where Epic and Pump, they actually have options. They can rotate forward into Alien and Herd, or they can rotate back towards Wonky Land and hit the wheel. Whale has won FNCS on West in the past. He's a 6-time FNCS West champion, just not of reason. Jay! Yo, J-Med! 5 gifted subs, bro. Following for over a year, Jay. I love you, brother. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Epic and Pump, though, it does look like they're making their way back towards Wonky Land. They are going to try and hit that wheel, but they do not have a fizz. That's going to be the big difference between how people normally use the wonky wheel and how they're going to have to use the wonky wheel this time around. Hopefully they get enough distance because you still got a couple teams. Hearn, Alien, OC, Larkos, School, Sauco up towards the top, and a couple teams at the edge of that zone as well. Go to second place right now. Minute and B-Dog inside of the zone. Centro and Purple putting some shots off in the distance. Go and take another look at Kanata and Victor V. Center map so far. You saw them kind of make it a priority in some of these early zones to kind of rotate where the zone was going. They caught themselves a spot in towards the middle. Unfortunately, this time around, it does pull further and further towards Frigid Fortress, so they're going to have to keep their rotation going in this game. Going to start off with some shockwaves, trying to make it up the side of this mountain. And it's just about how greedy does Kanata and Vic actually want to get in this situation. 1UP Esports with the 5 gifted. Bro, if y'all got a sub, y'all better thank these guys. Thank you so much for supporting the dreams of global domination. I mean, dreams coming true. Just forget about what I said about global domination. I didn't say that. I'm not trying to take over the world. Trying to remember who's going to be in third place, but let's take a look at Zyro and Chris. This is our third place team on the leaderboard. They played 3 games out. They had 2 different wins because they won off spawn. And then they had a little bit more of a lackluster performance. But this time contested yet again. They don't fight it out against Phoenix and Retro. And they're 65 above the damage threshold. Bro, I'm a B-Dog fan today, then, Zella. I'm a B-Dog fan. Yo, scope B-Dog. Once Ark is back, who do you think Kanata will pick up? I think it's like, if Ark and Kanata qualify for Summit and then qualify to Globals, why would they break up? You know what I'm saying? Cat Attack. Thank you so much for the tier 1. A really good cat attack. I like me some cats. I like a dog's a little bit better, but I like cats.
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
$10 gifted. Code. What is going on, dude? I'm a 5-viewer streamer. Me, Wheat, Lotto, Dev, Elmo. It's usually us holding it down. Thank y'all so much for the support. Zyro and Christo, they're now below the damage threshold. 3rd place is now in danger of going down. Yo, the gifted sub from Shuffle. Oh, shots are going to connect. They're going to get above the damage threshold. Hearn trying to make his way on over as well. Zyro and Chris not getting nervous. They're not getting desperate in this situation. And this is huge for a team like this that has only truly been able to play out of 3 out of 6 games so far. We got the 5 bits. Going to put that towards my Diet Coke fund. We'll take a look at Larco's here in a moment. Don't worry. You got Rat Gun moving in. Chris and Zyro, 84 above. It's barely above the damage threshold, but for a team like this, sometimes you got to take what you can get in these situations. Take a look at OC and Larco's for a moment from on top of that mountain, looking down on teams from Wonky to Frigid Fortress. They're 300 above the damage threshold. So already early on, they're setting themselves up for a good end game. We got Who Cares, brother. Just know Who Cares. Much love, bro. You're always welcome, brother. We got Cat Attack with another 5. This is the most subs I've ever had in a single stream, and we're almost reaching my all-time high. I don't know what to do. I want to focus on casting, but I want to make sure you guys know I'm very, very thankful for you guys. 200. Quickly falling down the leaderboard here, trying to focus on the school. And Source on the other side. That opportunity came and gone, though. They're still going to remain 211 above the damage threshold. 206 continue to climb. And they pull zone. Them, Source, School, they all pull zone here in this moment. Taking a look at the overhead map. Kanata, Victor V. They waste no time at all trying to make their way on over. 400 damage above the threshold. And we got another 5 from 1UP Esports and another 5 from Simply March, bro. Making dreams come true. Literally making dreams come true as we speak. I'm not sure who you guys think will win, but hopefully it's going to be entertaining. Jules and Caesar, they had the blueprint. They got a victory royale so far yesterday. It's just the consistency is what's been ailing them throughout the entirety of the tournament. Kanata and Victor V in the next zone. One hop it with the next shock. Another 5 gifted from... Oh, 10 gifted from Arca TTV, bro. Are you a part of Arca Loop? Or are you yourself? How do I... lower it? I don't even know how to lower anything, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Another 10 gifted, bro. Let's focus on casting. Thank you so much, Code. Shuffle. You gifted so many before you got yourself. Victor V. Kanata, 310 points. Let's go ahead and lock in. Let's go ahead and lock in right now. Let's make it worth it here for this game. Top 24 in this game right now. Another raid coming in. Hopefully, Kanata and Victor V can raid this end game well. The whole left side of this zone uninhabited as the zone pulls back off the side of that mountain towards the south side, leaning on over towards Frigid Fortress. You see OC and Larco's in the distance. Caden is here as well. Icy, Caesar. We got Source. along with School. 273 above the damage threshold. 5 teams need to go down before it's no longer a factor in this game. Jules and Caesar looking towards the right side. See Zyro by himself. Not sure they know he's weak or not, but this could be a good opportunity to get the Elim, and they do. They pick up the elimination onto Zyro, but players up above immediately spot out Jules trying to go for that loot. He gets tagged up just a little bit. Now, no other choice but to pop the Chug here early. 3 spots up for grabs. Kanata and Victor V find themselves with a couple more eliminations here, bringing their total to 2. 700 damage above the threshold. 1 up is making sure we know the support is real. Victor V, Kanata just getting to the front side of the zone. 574 above. The pre-edits are in with the window, but he quickly handles that pressure. Ryan here, 326 evolved, and people are there. Cloney and Icy on the other side, but he doesn't want to step one too many foots forward. Lulu's here along with Ryan getting a different angle. You can see the materials kind of dwindling down. 14 left on one inventory, 35 on the other. Larcos and OC as well. 12 points so far in this game. Some of those placements, some of those eliminations quickly get tagged up. Luckily for everybody left in this game right now, they don't have to worry about Storm Surge from here on out. Try to worry about making it to the end. Victor V and Kanata, as of now, have been performing very, very well. Not necessarily going for hype, but Dustin and Caden are going to be up above. B-Dog oversteps his boundaries. Big knock here for Victor V. Whether he got the elimination or not, that second place going down. Kanata goes and cleans that one up, gets into the box, trying to clean up that elimination. The siphon, the mats, the materials, the resources really making an impact here for Kanata and Victor V. Just making an extra box out towards the side, knowing they're going to have to shockwave their way in. They're going to do so separately, though. First goes Victor, then goes Kanata. They're not just trying to get in zone. They're trying to go for high ground. Victor V, almost not missing a shot, is able to get the knock onto one. In comes the Resurgence, the player trying to make a redeeming play, but it does not work out. Kanata and Victor V not only get the high ground, they solidify their position up above. Coughs going on over. Mountains is going to be in play. Kanata, they get chopped on one side, but they reconnect on the other. Reading this play from 2-3 steps away. Ratgun Slixies now. They want a taste of that high ground. They're going up. Kanata and Victor V have no choice but to disengage. They give it up. It's going off the side of the mountain, but that might be what they need here. They have definitely a lot of builds. Ryan Tron's still up as well, but he is going to be a solo. If he has any hope of getting into that top 3, he's going to have to start getting eliminations here, maybe even a top 5 placement in this game. Victor V returns back for seconds along with Kanata. Another elimination here for Victor V and Kanata as they resealed their fate up above, reclaiming their throne on that high ground and immediately looking down below, trying to go ahead and end everybody else's run, whether they get the elimination or not. Purple tries to reunite with Centro. Ryan Tron still fighting tooth and nail from underneath, and he gets the elimination on the Cobb. Second one in the game, and most importantly, getting the Siphon match to keep himself alive. Still being persistent. Look at, oh my God, Jules gets taken down as well. A miracle happening. Ryan Tron almost gets another. Larcos is going to be able to get out, barely escape. Builds being dwindled down. No extra shield or HP for Ryan Tron. So once he's out of builds, he is out of every valuable resource. So he tries to make the play of dropping down low early. Xenon Velo, they're on the other side. Ryan Tron sees it coming his way. Kanata gets another down onto Velo. That could save Ryan Tron here as he gets another elimination, soloing his way into a top 3 position here. But he still has to watch out. Purple, Centro, they're down below. Kanata and Victor V, they are up above. He is sandwiched in between 2 duos who are still left alive, but Centro runs out of builds. Purple does as well. Victor V, Kanata get 2 more eliminations. Ryan Tron by himself, he goes down. Kanata and Victor V with a 30-point lead to start the day, extend it even further. I gotta turn on the fan up in this. I gotta turn on the fan. Hold up real quick. Hold up real quick. First off, Tyrant, love you, brother. Thank you for the subs. Shuffle, 1, 2, 3 gifted subs. Bro, I'm sweating. I am 100-point game, 100-point lead. Minute and B-Dog in second on 312. X-Spawn and Doxy move into the top 3 at 248. Let me tell you, It may not it may no longer be a race
What the rock
to first place,
is cooking.
but we got a good race for top 3. We got a good race for top 3. And another sub from One Up Esports, bro. I don't even know what to do anymore, Lotto. I'm gonna let you know now. I don't even know what to do. Is Westlake Central? Was someone drop on them and grief them? See, there's the difference, right? The difference to that. I think yes, by the way. I think there will be an attempt. But I think the difference is, I think Central, when they drop on each other, when Pete's dropping on somebody, you know, when Clicks tried to drop on a Yamzo and Josh and Reload Elite Series, they actually have a chance to win. They actually have a chance to qualify. In this region, not always. That's what makes it exciting, you know? Keep looking down the leaderboard. Epic and Pump down to 16th place. 24th in that last game with 3 elims, which means they barely got about 14 or so, maybe 16 points in that game. Jules and CZR above them. We got Hits and Go Hide Don't Die, but our race right now is for top 3. That's what we really have our eyes on. Xpon and Doxy hold the line, but it's only a 5-point lead. Hilly and Youngin catching up. Yumi and Sauko catching up. Chris and Zyro is the one who fell out of the top 3 down to 6th place, but 234 tied with Ryan. Wait, who is this?
What the rock is cooking.
Rowe. Ryan and Rowe. Bro, Dreyu.
With best commentary
I try. I don't know if I got the replay for that last game, so hold up real quick. Did I get it? Another elimination. We did get the replay, I think. I think we did get the replay. What? Yo, redeem, bro. Redeem. Much loved. I know nothing about that, bro. I don't deal with that drama. I'm not the one to go on a wild goose chase here. I'm the type to where I'm looking at all the drama from far away. You know what I mean? I'm just kick back, relax, looking at it all play out because I don't know individuals enough and I don't know teams enough and I don't know history enough of where these players came from and started showing up. Redeem. Hazo. Wait, what? Hazo. Did Hazo even queue? Yeah, he did. Pars fell off. They're in a contested fight. I don't think they fell off. They had a bad start yesterday. Ended good. Starting off slow today. Could end good. Shuffle making sure Redeem is cooking right now. Cooking right now. Thank you, Shuffle. How many teams qualify off West? Top 3. We're going to be looking at top 3 here for this region. And then top 2 in the other tournament thing.
Yes! 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 Yes!
All right, cool. So this is what I'm going to do real quick.
Yes! Yes!
Cool. Just change that. Thanks for trolling, but it's all good. What's up, Kronos? Any surprises? Good surprises or bad surprises for Wes so far? Any at all? How come the broadcast won't watch small regions, but they did I don't decide that. I don't decide that at all. Your friend's dead last? Oof. At least he made finals, though. And he has 4 points. So, I mean, it could be worse. He could, like, at least he's able to play 1, 2, that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, we'll say 12, 13. At least he got, like, 15 minutes of grand finals playtime. That's 15 minutes more than so many other players. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Kendrick Lemur. I thought so too. Honestly, I thought today would be a good day for them to come back, and so far, not it. They dropped down to 18th place with that one. You gonna be at Land Lotto? I don't know. Yo, Pop. I was looking for your name in everybody's chats, dude. I was trying to like send you a message in one of these chats. I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know if you were watching the main broadcast, Fax, Ozzy, or anybody out there, but I was looking for your name, brother. And I know you have to be the happiest. You and Mama Curve got to be some of the happiest. Oh, you were in Curve's room? Okay, that makes it that much better. Okay, that makes it that much better. Okay, let's see how long until next game. There's extended breaks in between. If you guys are used to the breaks from divisional finals, well, I got news for you guys. There's extended breaks on West as if there was a broadcast. Luckily for you guys, there kind of is a broadcast, but we got extended breaks. But we see. Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm so ready, dude. Did I watch FNCS? Nah, I didn't. Miles, who won? Is he staying with Reed or am I tripping? Yo, the greatest thing was when Curve turned on his camera or whatever, and then Reed is there, and he's like, congratulations, good job. Like, I know there's this, like, from the outside looking in, people, you know, see them talking crap to each other, contesting each other or whatever. But I love the out-of-game respect some of these players have for another. And I think Reed is just... Maybe I don't know Reed individually, but from what I see, Reed, I think he's a prime example of what I think players should be like in terms of a forward-facing. Okay, still don't have the game up. If anybody wants to help with Fortnite Tracker, just in case it's bugging, let me know. But let's go ahead and watch a replay of that last game. You guys want to see a replay of Kanata and Victor V's win? Let's go ahead. Oh, Kanata, another elimination here for Victor V and Kanata as they resealed their fate up above, reclaiming their throne on that high ground and immediately looking down below, trying to go ahead and end everybody else's run, whether they get the elimination or not. Purple tries to reunite with Centro. Ryan Tron still fighting tooth and nail from underneath, and he gets the elimination on the Cobb. Second one in the game, and most importantly, getting the Siphon match to keep himself alive. Still being persistent. Look at, oh my God, Jules gets taken down as well. A miracle happening. Ryan Tron almost gets another. Larcos is going to be able to get out, barely escape. Builds being dwindled down. No extra shield or HP for Ryan Tron. So once he's out of builds, he is out of every valuable resource. So he tries to make the play of dropping down low early. Xenon Velo, they're on the other side. Ryan Tron sees it coming his way. Kanata gets another down onto Velo. That could save Ryan Tron here as he gets another elimination. Soloing his way into a top 3 position here. But he still has to watch out. Purple, Centro, they're down below. Kanata and Victor V, they are up above. He is sandwiched in between 2 duos who are still left alive, but Centro runs out of builds. Purple does as well. Victor V, Kanata get 2 more eliminations. Ryan Tron by himself, he goes down. Kanata and Victor V with a 30-point lead to start the day. All right, still looking at the leaderboard, waiting for the next game still. In terms of contested fights, what contested fights do you guys want to see off spawn? As long as they're like 20th place or higher. Like, come on, let's be real. I want to see Dark Dominion, Wonky Land. We'll be taking a look if Sandy gets contested along with Squibbly. What are some of the other contested fights? You think Kanata went to play in NA West just for Victor? I think, obviously, before all the commotion happened, Kanata just probably wasn't confident in that spot on the map. And I don't think it was a Donnie thing. I don't think it was confidence in Donnie. I think it was confidence in that spot. And if you look how finals actually played out, I can't necessarily disagree with him. That spot was just overly contested. It was a split drop. I think when Ark got inactive and was unable to play, honestly, I think it was a smart decision, kind of. I don't know how his reputation will be going back onto Central. But I think it was a decent decision. All right, how do I know? Let me look at this real quick. Is anybody streaming? Like, is any player streaming NA West is what I want to know. Because that's how I can watch if they're getting in the games or not. Because I think I'm a little late here. was late in 2 games yesterday. I don't think a single West player is streaming. I'm going to be honest with you. Not a single West player is streaming. Can we get predicts? Yeah, hold on. Manage prediction. Start prediction. I'm just going to do this one because sometimes it's broken. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this one that's already here, okay? It's minute, B-Dog, Kanata. I'm going to delete. Yeah, let's just do this. There we go. See if it lets me. There we go. All right, let me see if Fortnite tracker's working. Can we get in the next game? Okay, so the code is there. The code is there. We'll see how long until we takes till we actually can get in. How long until we can actually get in the game? EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay. I didn't tweet out any clips yesterday, and I usually do that, so I'm gonna try that here today. Let's refresh this. Okay, Panda, do you know when it starts though? That's the only thing. Okay, it popped up now. I got it. So literally we're a few minutes behind, which is okay. Not my fault. It's Fortnite Tracker's fault. But we're not going to fast forward. We're not going to catch up. We're going to let the replay play so that way it's less of a delay in between games. I think it's a good one. Thank you, Panda. Sane is streaming. All right. I'll watch Sane in between games to know when the game starts. So I have to skip forward a little bit, get rid of the double map, and then we're going to watch from like here on out. We got POVs. Every POV here. See where some of the contested fights are at. Taking a look, Epic Pump. I just want to see if Retro and Phoenix still contesting this drop against Chris and Zyro, it looks like. Are they going to contest the actual same drop, though? It does look like Phoenix taking some early damage out of the sky. Luckily for them, they do have access to the slurp truck. Shots continuing to pour in off the top of the mountain. That's Hilly and Youngin pouring shots in that direction. Sandy Strip still uncontested, so for Victor V and Kanata, they're going to have a very easy early game. Going to this side of the map where Fuzz and Blink already taken down Trunks. Looking like they're trying to go ahead and take down Cougar as well. Waiting for the slurp truck, waiting for his teammate to close in on this distance, trying to get something. That's a huge advantage for both Blink and Fuzz. Cougar's trying to run away, and he gets beamed down. Fight after fight here. Mez and Tups coming in, trying to take some loot away from Source and School. Ooh, Source almost gets caught out. School is there underneath as well. Big shot onto Mez. He goes right back into the building. They have confidence here in a box-to-box situation. Uh-oh. This is a good chance for School to make a play here. He's lurking. Oh, he gets spotted out from up above. First shots could connect. School missed a crucial opportunity. Forced to scurry back into the box along with Source. They have no extra heals here, and Tubbs keeps firing off from different angles to connect with shots. Not any haymakers by any means, but enough to put the fight in their favor. First knock's going to come through, and he finishes off, takes down Source and School in this game. Any more contested fights so far? We could have a few more breakdown. Wonky Land still in action, as well as Dark Dominion. Quality over quantity? I'm trying to see what I missed, dude. All right, not bad there. Going to look at Epic Whale and Pump, top side of the map. I feel like they're getting alphaed right now. I feel like they're getting alphaed up by Alien and Hearn in this situation. A lot of the loot the mini game, the actual wonky wheel. I didn't expect this from Epic Whale and Pump, to be honest. Not bad though. If you guys want to watch somebody, try to tell me where they land as well. That'll definitely help a bunch. Vert and Echo, top side of the map. You see Slixies here, Ratgun, Blizzard, Caden, all stacked up. Chris and Zyro. Doesn't look like they're fighting. Oh, maybe they got eliminated? Chris and Zyro are eliminated. Retro and Phoenix take down Chris and Zyro out of this game. Lurking around, seeing what else. We got another possible fight here against Hyson, Sweezum, Poppy Blast, Chicken. You even got Timco and Fly in the mix as well. Probably heard some noise. Trying to follow up on it. Poppy Blast, the footsteps get spotted out. 39 shot. That's the first for Hyson. That can open up things. Not a huge confidence booster. Doesn't necessarily give the green light either. Okay. Zerdy, I kind of know where Doxy goes. It's a little bit boring early on. That's the only thing. We'll check him out after some of these fights end. Okay, not bad. Echo trying to back up. Who is that down? Krot is down, so it is going to be a 1v1. Oh, gets the wall over, tries to get the edit, resets because the shot's not ready with the chaos. Doesn't reload in time, but he gets the elimination onto one and immediately gets pounced on by a few others. Tries to shockwave out, but he's going to be taken down by Ratgun and Slixies, who lurk around the area until he gets the elimination. OC Larkos, Epic and Pump taking the front side of Wonky Land. Phoenix and Retro just kind of looting up the rest of their drop. Let's go ahead and take a look at X-Spawn and Doxy inside of the top 3. Inside of the top 3. They disengage out of one fight. I don't necessarily like this side of the map, but they've been figuring out a way to make it work. Top 3 so far in this game. Hezzy and Virus are right next to them as well as another team in the north side of North Sanctuary. Some on top of the mountains and some trying to work their way up. Yeah, Ninja, ITSPR. It's PR. But I don't think people use it. You know what I'm saying? You could use anybody. I just wish people use somebody's creator code, you know? Just use somebody's. That's all I ask. Imagine you go to the store and you make a purchase, and the store is like, hey, you know, you're going to spend $20. We're going to give $1 of this 20 to anybody that you want. You're like, nah, just keep it. Like, why would you do that? Vanillas coming in, Chicken, Raze, and Monk at the north side of the map. 8 points so far today, coming in game number 1. Shots being poured off from both Chicken and Poppy Blast. Raze tries to go for a trade, but he eats just a few too many there in that instant. Baka make it off spawn. Yes, they did this time around without fighting against Dark and Snevy. You can split Dark Dominion. Do you want to? Probably not. Baka again, a bunch of extra loot. Not sure why he's going up there with a pistol instead of an AR, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Another fight, center of the map. Blood Gangsta and SZA. They have a huge health lead, but Blood Gangsta's getting jumped on. SZA is trying to go ahead and converge on that location. Get in the same box, so that way they have a strength in numbers trying to fight back. Raiden just as weak. Shipsky is going to be the one alleviating that pressure, so he can heal all the same as Blood Gangsta. How's Vic Paper? They're doing good, bro. They got a 100-point lead. You know, if you missed game number 1, you can go and look on my Twitter. It was actually a pop-off 100-point game. Trying to look around, see who else might be worth watching. Take a look at Epic and Pump just outside of Wonky Land. Empty item slot? I'm really not sure what the idea is here. At this point, I feel like I would love to see Epic and Pump just kind of fight it out. Not really moving. No reason to. Nobody's in the vicinity. We got Zukis and Xeno off the side of the map. Oh my god. Gold loadout for Xeno. 3 different chugs. Where are they landing that they're able to get this loot in a split drop? Was Cold splitting or unconned? He was unconned. Looking around. Ooh, we got another fight going down bottom side of the map. Haas, Lonely, Mez, Tups. Battlewood Boulevard, south side. Only 1 extra med kit that's already being used. They do have access to that mending machine, but I'm not sure they have gold. Almost no material, realistically, for them. So even if they're going to go ahead and try to make their way to zone, it's not going to be easy for them to make their way out. Sane and Bo Crows, insane performances to start the day, but they slowly fizzled out and just became a non-factor to end day 1. Hopefully they can come back here in day 2. How do you check to see who's in first? You go to the leaderboard, both in-game or FORTNITE tracker or Syrian. Roko Sane just rotating out of Sus Studios. Does look like Vanillas and Haju. Doesn't want to take the fight just yet. Maybe the audio visuals letting them know there is a team behind them. They're just trying to build some extra boxes, some wraps, so that way they can safely rotate out of the vicinity where Vanilla and Haju are kind of holding down at Sus Studios. Crenshaw, we both have the same thoughts. Vanilla's Haju, just a quick couple of tags before they start to rotate their way in. Anybody guys want to watch In Zone? We'll take a look at Kanata and Vic for a short moment of Sandy Strip. Becoming more and more of a crowded destination here. Teams are going to have to rotate on out. We got 3 teams, concluding first place Kanata and Victor V. 1 team towards the north, already trying to rotate in towards the zone. Convict, you see them getting ready with the shockwave. They're just going to go ahead and use this to try to get on out safely. They go up and far, just trying to jump over some of the teams that are already inside of their POI. But you got to watch out. Youngie and Helen are towards the left. You got Raze and Monk a little bit deeper inside of the zone. 2 teams position on this edge, but for Kanata and Vic, they're just continue try to push their way in. Monk and Raze see them, try to give a little bit of damage on over just to scratch for Kanata. So nothing really to worry about just yet. I have no idea, Robin. I really don't know. I think we all found out at the same time. Hilly, Youngin, a 12 elimination victory royale yesterday for Youngin and Hilly. 12 elims for Youngin alone. He had every single one of those elims. They moved up the leaderboard, but again, I feel like when it comes to NA West, there's a lot of players that can have breakout games, pop-out performances, but being consistent through 6 games, let alone 12, I think is the weakness of this region. I think, yeah, Endu, yes. I think if Kanata and Vic make it out of West for the Summit LAN, they probably practice on Central predominantly. I'm not one. Ryan, bro, this is why you got to land here, right? And immediately just start to rotate. Where's Ryan at? Let's look at Ryan real quick. Ryan's like, why you look at me now? I'm only 58 above the damage threshold. What do you think of Veno? I don't think it matters what I think of Veno. But I think he's... I was going to say arguably one of the best players in the game, but I don't even think arguably. He is one of the best players in the game. Right now, Ryan, I will say, and I don't see how you got in this position. But, like, I don't see how you guys are going to get surged from here. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just me trying to help you out in the live tournament. I don't see how you're going to get surged from this spot. Maybe build up, maybe go deeper. I don't know, but this is not a good spot to be in for surge. Rotate towards the eastern side of the zone. Rowe immediately picks out, tries to land some shots. One team's going to rotate by. You still got Hyson, Hilly, and a few others that have to rotate in. Not bad, not bad. Kanata and Vic inside of the zone. Painted palms, quick to rotate. Wasting no times. Evolved and Peepo, same thing. Get there on the edge. You got Minute and B-Dog right up above. Minute and B-Dog at one point or another. Second place. They're the ones that are down by almost 100+ points. No Elim so far this game, so it's going to be tough for them to close the gap. Spots out Kanata and Victor V trying to rotate in. Not just them, but so many teams. A few trying to land shots in that direction. Instead of anything really connecting, Kanata still finds a way to land one shot on the minute. It's going to be a great land, dude. $293 for Minute and B-Dog. Not bad, not bad. Sauko and Yumi here as well. 433 above the damage threshold. Evolved up above. Even Zuki's full gold loadout down below. Phoenix and Retro. Back-to-back games making it off spawn. Even on that contested fight. This time taking around Zyro and Chris over towards Squibbly Shores. They didn't necessarily contest the same actual building. Phoenix and Retro, they got the gas station. They were getting tagged up. They got the slurp truck and eventually moved into Squibbly to get the elims. Lurking or not, they still made it happen. Ooh, below the damage threshold. Phoenix and Retro are going to be up above. They're trying to hold down this onslaught. Seeing two different angles of what's actually playing out here. Phoenix and Retro still going to be above. Ryan and Rowe, though, they're going to fall 65 below the damage threshold. And it is active surge here. This is where things get tough for a team like Ryan and Rowe, especially since they've been rotating almost all game long. Lotto. I'll tell you after this game, dude. Ryan Rowe trying to make it win. Blood Gangsta Scissor trying to make their way in. Vanilla Zahajus. This is why I go and do this. Let's do this from now on. Everybody trying to rotate in. Halfway there from Monk and Rays. Dark trying to make their way in. They get tagged up on the way there. Epic Well and Pump seem to be in a fight. Not only with the team down below, but with Storm Surge on their back. Pump goes down. Epic Well doing what he can to stay above the damage threshold. Gets a knock onto one purple, but Storm Surge ticks him down. 5 ticks from the HP. He's going to go down altogether. Epic Well and Pump continue to struggle here in NA West, day 2 of FNCS. I want to see them contest Alien and Hearn, really take the fight to them. Instead of letting them run wild, take the minigame. Haas is here. Larko's at OC from the top side of the map, making wonderful rotations to get 188 above the damage threshold. Consistently looking for more. They find the knock onto Retro down below. Phoenix has a chance here to try to save the day. Moving on over, expending a lot of builds. To OC and Larko, not even concerned with that side of the map anymore. Retro gets cleaned up. Phoenix getting sprayed. Multiple teams firing off in this direction until Phoenix eventually goes down to Slixy. Suds and Coughs are going to be the victors of that loot, though. Quickly move on over. Try to grab it for themselves. Digital down below. OC and Larkos are on the high ground right now. How do you get replay mode to look like that? I don't know what you mean. I use Direct 12. And I used the replay mode. Zaire is getting tagged up on the side. Baka and Pars underneath, trying to go ahead and land some shots as well. Zaire does go down. The loot falls down below. That could be a Yumi and Sauko opportunity to grab up that loot. Jules and Caesar been slowly rotating throughout this game, using the water as a primary focus along with the zip line. They have a victory royale as well. One of few teams can say they could do that in a grand finals. You got Chase knocking on the door on the other side. Caesar, Jules, they don't want to answer. They just want to continue to move, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of HP. A minor bumble there as Jules gets shockwaved by Caesar, trying to make it towards zone. 14 HP. He's figuring out a way to survive, even if he's not thriving. Floppers going down. Still pizza in the inventory. They have enough in their loadout to try to get up to tip-top shape. Icy, Compton, IUC, and Cloney. 2 different Icies here, but both of them similar position on the leaderboard. Almost all the way down below is Vanilla and Haju's. It goes from Larcos and OC on height to Vanilla and Haju looking like the team that's trying to take it. But they're not convinced just yet. 7th zone, very, very early. They know Shockwaves are getting jumped on is around any one of these corners, but they're only 89 above the damage threshold, quickly falling 77, so they have to get damage here. In an instant, Vanilla and Haju's look across. They get the necessary damage, but you can see why they're not taking height just yet. Ty and Flash are also up above. They're trying to claim it as their own, but both teams essentially pulling far on this zone, so it's not going to be easy if you don't have the Shockwaves to really make the play. B-Dog and Minute trying to play catch-up. After game number 7, the first one here on day number 2, Kanata and Vic not only got the victory royale, but over a 100-point game to give them a 100-point lead. B-Dog missing the shockwave, falls short away from his teammate. He actually falls into the abyss down below where Haas was looking to get some damage, but B-Dog does a good job defensively surviving as he tries to make his way back towards his teammate here. In a second, they find that and make it come to fruition. Kanata getting another elimination here through this endgame. Marcos and OC as well. Vanilla is still alive, but Victor V and Kanata rising to the occasion here, layer by layer. They want to make sure they stay away from that ultimate low ground. If they go back-to-back, this finals is blown wide open. We need to figure out who, if anybody, is going to slow down one of the best teams on the region as of now. On the other side, that was Zeno and Zuki's looking like they were going to try to make something happen, but they slowed things down. Kanata, Bic, they go out and around, changing layers when they have to. Sees Fuzz right behind. Icy's down as well. Pars is going to get eliminated out of this game. Vanilla's Baka. Team's getting wiped. Placement points setting in for Victor V and Kanata. Cool as a cucumber. Not trying to make any rash decisions that'll force their hand into any mistakes as we continue to go towards the east. This is where you got to be careful. Mountain ranges will be in play if we continue to move in this direction. Hezzy and Virus underneath. Youngins here as well, along with Hilly. Trying to really build that confidence back up from one game to the next. Doxy and X-Pawn as well, or I should say Doxy by himself. 3rd place going into this game. Top 3 qualifies for the Summit land. They're just trying to keep themselves in position going into at least the last game of the day. Down below, Hilly's weak. Doxy gets dropped down, not only into the box, but into the zone as well. That one quickly gets cleaned up. Coughs and Suds. But I say that loosely because Suds just got taken down. Coughs with at least 1 elimination. Siphon is keeping him alive just a little bit here as he gets it down onto Hilly. Walls separating them. Youngin trying to go the other way, but that's the zone that he has to watch out for as he buys himself a couple of extra seconds here. Siphon again. Coughs going back to back to get both of those eliminations, but unfortunately, he cannot pick up the materials. He tries to shockwave into the zone. High ground immediately jumps on him, forces him down low, trying to scrabble. But the zone opening up perfect for him to play in this scenario. Kanata takes out Darky. Victor V and him getting all of that loot. Their 4th elimination of this game, but they are just eating the zone right now. Tick after tick after tick. They do have the pizza, hopefully some splashes, but they're going to rotate individually here. Kanata's going to go first, be a little bit of a distraction. Stevie is there along with Dark. They're ready to contest them up above. The mist goes down. Kanata trying to regenerate as much shield as possible. There goes Victor V trying to alleviate some of that pressure. Game after game, they're going for height. Game after game, Victor V is a force to be reckoned with. They are looking to go back to back. Already a 100-point lead that Kanata and Victor V are looking to extend. Monk, Zeno, Sauko, all down below. Hezzy is here as well, but there is no 2nd place in the game. No Minute, no B-Dog. So this one is being blown wide open. Victor V still looking down from above, trying to get some pressure onto Zeno, hopefully getting the elimination. But that's Hezzy who steals that one away. But Victor V gets his redemption, taking down Hezzy next. Almost every team against Victor V is in shambles. In fact, everybody down below is now solos. Victor V and Kanata still firing down from above. They're not ready to drop down just yet. They're just pressuring Zuki's, pressuring Sauko. There goes the shockwave from up above. That's going to be a missed opportunity, and they win yet another game. 11 eliminations. NA West has been captured. I don't know why I said that at the end. I don't know why they got captured. So we're you know, we might be playing for 2nd place, dude. We might be playing for 2nd place. We might be playing for second place. I'm just gonna. I'm out. Bye. Stream's over. We're playing for second place. Playing. Playing for second place, essentially. I'm taking Kanata and Vic off the prediction leaderboard. I'm taking them off. Because that's going to win every prediction. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I got a new prediction up. I got a new prediction up, bro. I got a new prediction up because they're going to win every... Not every... Bro, there's 4 games left. Anything can happen. Yo, Gandalf. While I want to agree with you, anything can happen. There's something known as probability and chance. Right? And the probability and chance of anybody catching up is just not there. 8th, 3rd, 22nd, 12th, 11th, 1st. Should have just played this song, dude. I should have just played this song.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again.
Should have just played this song, Corey. 100 bits. This is what Kanata's listening to along with Vic right now. This is what they're listening. This is back to back. Back to back.
Very important and very pretentious. When I look back, I might be mad that I gave this attention. Yeah, but it's weighing heavy on my conscience. Yeah.
This is what he's listening to right now.
I wanna see my niggas go insane. You gon' make me step out of my fucking frame. You gon' make me buy
2-time winner has the most FNC appearance. What are you talking about?
Go out of my fucking way. I waited 4 days, nigga. Where y'all at? I drove here in a rave playing
Kanata by 130, Cabo, bro. I just, you know, like, what do you even do? Like, I feel like maybe it's a watered down version. Maybe it's watered down. But they're playing like Curve and Veno right now. And you guys saw there wasn't a single team that could stop Curve and Veno. Watered down version, but still similarities.
I'm not the type of nigga that'll type of niggas. And shout to all my boss, bitches, wife, and niggas.
They just, I don't think they can get stopped. I don't think they can get stopped. And I'm going to show you guys why with a replay of that last game. Scenario, Kanata takes out Darky, Victor V, and him getting all of that loot. Their 4th elimination of this game, but they are just eating the zone right now, tick after tick after tick. They do have the pizza, hopefully some splashes, but they're going to rotate individually here. Kanata's going to go first, be a little bit of a distraction. Stevie is there along with Dark. They ready to contest them up above. The mist goes down. Kanata trying to regenerate as much shield as possible. There goes Victor V trying to alleviate some of that pressure. Game after game, they're going for height. Game after game, Victor V is a force to be reckoned with. They are looking to go back to back. Already a 100-point lead that Kanata and Victor V are looking to extend. Monk, Zeno, Sauko, all down below. Hezi is here as well, but there is no second place in the game. No minute, no B-Dog. So this one is being blown wide open. Victor V still looking down from above, trying to get some pressure onto Zeno, hopefully getting the elimination, but that's Hezi who steals that one away. But Victor Victor V gets his redemption, taking down Hezi next. Almost every team against Victor V is in shambles. In fact, everybody down below is now solos. Victor V and Kanata still firing down from above. They're not ready to drop down just yet. They're just pressuring Zukis, pressuring Salco. There goes the shockwave from up above. That's going to be a missed opportunity, and they win yet another game. 11 eliminations. Yikes, yikes. The thing is, like, everybody, you know, in the chat, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, right? But opinions are like, everybody has one, and they don't necessarily mean much. You know what I'm saying? My opinion is NA West is the best region in the game, but, like, look how that works out for me, you know? You think Kanata and Vic gonna drop 1K points? No.
Do you think Kanata and Victor V gonna drop 1K points?
There's 4 games left, and I don't think they're dropping 1K points. Let's see if the next game is fired up, ready to go. I keep refreshing. What was Sane? What was Sane's Twitch? Bro, he's not streaming? Oh, an hour ago he was streaming. Well, there goes that. They dropping 2K points? Nah. They probably get like 800 something. 800 something. If you win a Grands on Central Europe, you're literally definitely tier 1 that season. In my definition of a tier 1 like player or team is somebody that can contend for the actual championship, first place. Veno and Curve actually won. So even if you didn't think Curve was a T1 before this weekend, you're kind of slow if you don't think they're a T1 now, or he's a T1. And Lotto, so my name on stream is Jacob PR because when I first got into the Fortnite broadcast, hold on, so boom, 1 minute to wait though, by the way. 1 minute to wait and we'll get in the game. When I was first on the broadcast, I tried to have my name Jacob MVPR. They kind of messed up, and I just stuck with it. I don't really care. He has to be T1. He won Grands. Like, what? Exactly. Like, if you don't think he's T1, I don't think people can trust your opinion about Fortnite. That's just my thought process. Because if you don't think somebody who won FNCS is tier 1, then you have to have less than 5 tier 1s in your tier 1 category, no? I'm a minute early. I'm a little bit early on this one, so it's not going to get in. I'm a little bit early. I knowingly accidentally clicked that. So Vetra, so if you so then name me 10 tier 1 players. LAN winners you consider bro. I don't know. I don't know. Still literally seconds early. Make sure I got the code right. 1 and 0 starting back. No, I just want to know who he considers tier 1, because, like, if you could name me 10 tier 1 players and every single one of those players are better than Curve, I can at least see your point of view. If you name me 10 tier 1 players and Curve is better than at least one of those players, I can't trust your opinion anymore. You know what I mean? All right, let's get the double map out of here. Double map gone. Looks like every POV except for maybe Ryan Chomble. We'll see what happens when the game loads in. Wonky got to be cursed. Oatly, Clicks, Epic. I don't know, man. We had some good zones towards Wonky on Central. Everybody jumping out of the bus. Make sure we got every POV real quick. Come on. Vert and them are at the top side of the map. Hillies, Larcos all at the top side of the map. Yep. We got every POV. Watching Zyro and Chris on this one. About 200 points, Hex. 200 whole points. He gets the gun stolen. He gets the gun stolen. Retro with the grab of the game. Oh my god. Now Baka's down 2. Pars literally wastes no time trying to disengage. Tagged off the top. Now Snevy and Dark are just running them out of the POI. Check Epic Whale and Pump going to the top of Wonky Land. Victor v Kanata still uncontested. Ryan looking like they're taking out Lonely and Haas towards the bottom. Ryan trying to play catch up here. Oh, this is Rogue getting the Elim onto 1. They get 3 Elim so far at the south side of Battlewood. What a good start for Ryan. We got Source in School at the top side, also contested. But it's going to be School by himself, 1v2 situation here. Now Ryan and Rose shooting over in this direction. Not sure if Tup saw him at that angle. Mez going up over. I think School thinks he was spotted out. Tries to go for at least one shot to change the tides of that fight. Last shockwave being used. He has to pop the mist. Only a couple of builds left. Mini's coming out. Just the extra quick heals coming out as Tups lands a good shot onto School. School is quickly running out of builds. Grabs the ramp. Just trying to get out as he continues to run away. Buying more and more time here. Mez over the top. School connects with another 91 shot, but not enough damage to get the Elim and stay alive. Yo, Bryce, my day is going pretty good. No, I didn't say winners are T1. I said if you can actually contest for a championship, you're T1. Like if you actually give yourself a shot. I thought I saw somebody here. Sane and Bow Crows. Going ahead and taking that boss. Sane, Bow Crows, decent start to the day. Kind of confused me there for a moment. Does look like Epic and Pump finally getting aggressive at Wonky Land. No more sharing the POI, brothers. No more sharing the POI. How many teams are qualified to land on? 13 Central, 3 West. And then we have like the last thing, which will bring 7 more for Central and 2 more for West. So 25 total teams from NA. Oh, he's actually going in and taking control of the mini game here, pushing Alien further and further back. Pump is going to be up above, but he's getting lurked on by Hearn. I'm not sure if he saw him or not. In this pause, he does. Gets that first knock onto Hearn. Quickly cleans up the elimination. Not necessarily for the siphon of HP, but for the materials on top. Alien just trying to hide around. Epic Well is kind of looking to see where he went to. Goes right back in, peeking through. This is where Alien literally has no control over his game here. He has to sit, wait, and hope that Epic Well and Pump get bored. Lands at the end of Maze, Sega. Qualling land doesn't make you a T1. We're going to go ahead and keep both the Chaoses. So already things on that side of the map looking well. Rat Gun, once again, third party in the fight, taking down Echo. Vert still alive, but they're saying, hey, we got our 1 Elim, we got our damage, let's go ahead and rotate on out. We can continue to look from up above if we want to solidify anything else. Vert lands a 1 shot onto Caden. 37 damage just like that, but for Vert, it's not enough to change the tides of this fight, especially since they're trying to break into the box from 2 different angles, down below and up top. 1 floor and stairs going to protect them, but only for so long, where Vert and Echo will be eliminated out of this game as well. Okay, I'm trying to see where Pars might be at, but maybe Pars did get cleaned up, unsure. Let's go ahead and check the overall days leaderboard here. Baka Pars are eliminated. Yo, what's up, Soul Food? What's up, Zemroid? Who's second right now? Quickly pull that up real quick. Minute and B-Dog. 190-point lead for Victor V and Kanata. Minute B-Dog second, 338. Yumi Salco, 308. Ilya Nunga, 277. And then X-Pawn and Doxy, top 5 at 276. Speaking of X-Pawn, let's go ahead and see bottom side of the map how they're faring. This is game 3 of the day. So hold on, 7, 8. This is game 9. 9 of 12. Oxy X-Pawn just going ahead and lurking underneath. Scissor and Blood Gangsta going against Icy. Not sure if that's comp. Yeah, that is going to be Compton on the other side. Yeah, Blood Gangsta's just getting pressured right now. Icy takes the other wall. I'm not sure Blood Gangsta was able to get control of that piece, but 2v2 going down. Third party slowly but surely moving in from the north side of the map. And then a fourth party on the south side of Humble Hills. The longer and longer this fight goes, the less and less it's going to look good. And you can see that team moving in. That is Retro and Phoenix. They're just trying to wait until this one finishes, landing some shots in the direction of Icy and Compton. So now their position has been revealed. Watch Larcos. Bro, we just looked at them for a second. Aren't they on top of the mountain doing nothing? Louis, did you type nothing? Slixies and Ratgun, north side of the map, painted, kind of getting into themselves. Hezi and Virus, New Sanctuary, just farming up. Retro Phoenix, looks like they got him up. Little bored watching that one, just replenishing the metal. Essentially inside of the zone for now. Not too much to worry about. Phoenix trying to get a couple extra scraps here. The pizza is going to replenish the missing shield. That way they don't have to dig deep into their bag of tricks. Use the Chug Jug. We do got the Spicy Fish. We got Shockwaves. It's the benefits of winning your off-spawn fight. Now, Louis, it's just one of your messages was just blank for me. I didn't see it. Wait, weren't you the guy on the FNCS stream? No, that's Monster D-Face. I know it's confusing. We look alike, but... That's Monster D-Face and Zeke you're thinking about. Nice. Compton spotted out. Zuki's Epic Well is looking good. OC and Larcos at the top. Dustin and Caden making a little split happen. Center of the map looking good. Let's check on first place by 200 points real quick. Uncontested Sandy Strip. Honestly, probably the first like 6 minutes of their game has got to be the most boring part of their game. Farming up, knowing you're uncontested, knowing no one's going to move over in your direction. What do you mean a top pred, Zerdy? I don't know what that means. So, using their wonky wheel to get in. They don't have to worry about Hearn. Does get rebooted back in the game. These guys probably heard the reboot go off, so they're looking in this direction right now. Maybe trying to fight. Oh, my top 10, bro. I usually get about 50%. I have like a 50% guess rate. But I will say I want to say one for 4 in my predictions this weekend in West. The only team I predicted to do well that is doing well is Kanata and Vic. I thought Epic and Pump were going to do better. I thought Retro and Phoenix were going to do better. Minute and B-Dog, maybe, if you kind of count them. I didn't talk about them as much, so it depends. Is Latte the zone every game? Not every game, but close to it. Trying to see who else. This is the top of the leaderboard for today. Victor V. We got Fuzz and Blink performing well today. Let's see where they're at on the overall leaderboard. Fuzz and Blink sitting in 8th place, roughly 60 points out of the top 3. He moved west just for this? I didn't know. I've seen his name before. I didn't know he was that, though. This is game 9, Specs. Yeah, game 9. Looking down, let's see who they're next to. Poppy Blast and Chicken. Only 22 points here on the day. It centers up over towards Frigid Fortress. Equal footing for most of the teams on this north side of the map, trying to make their way in, including Ratgun and Slixies from Painted Palms. They got their one elimination, some early Storm Surge. They go and base up on top of the Painted Palms area, and they get a little bit more. Sean, not that I know, they did not. Yeah, I agree, Jarrett. I agree. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a comeback performance today, but contested off spawn is never good for anybody. Victor V and Kanata not too far away from Ratgun and Slixies, currently positioned at, making their way closer and closer to zone. Check out X-Spawn and Doxy, 5th place coming into this game. Right there outside of the bubble. Tags coming in. Doesn't protect himself enough. Hoffs, Suds in the distance. They're the ones who land a couple of those tags. Continuing looking around on the leaderboard, we got B-Dog and Minute currently positioned in 2nd place, trying to go to land. 1 elim so far, 62 points on the day. We got Chug, we got Pizzas, we got Chug Splashes, and then Shockwaves to rotate around. 509 damage above the threshold, so that's good. Yo, Sass, like top 20 or something. What monitor I have? I have a Predator monitor. I have an Alienware monitor and a BenQ monitor. Up above, Youngin and Hilly. 477 above, so essentially very even on that Storm Surge leaderboard. We got Ryan, Tron, and Ro, 568 above the damage threshold. Do you think Kanan and Victor V can win the FNCS? Bro, they already won Supercar. They won in 8 games. Not really, but. Got B-Dog Minute still. Looking around Mez and Tups outside of the zone. Trying to rotate in. 656 above the damage threshold. Much better than some. Got Sane and Bo Crows coming from the southwestern part of the map. Constant rotations from them throughout the course of this game. Constantly being forced to rotate towards the north. Scissor and Blood Gangsta, similar situation, but not as drastic. 231 above the damage threshold. Making their way on the edge. This is a chance for them to spot out Phoenix and Retro, who have barely made their way in towards that zone. Just on the southern edge, not too far away from where they're currently at. See where the zone pulls. We're going all the way towards the north side of the map. So this one's definitely going to be crazy. We got one team already making the rotation over. Retro. Why does that happen? All right, cool. We're going to do this, though. We're going to do this. We'll keep the action. Scenario, Kanata takes out Darky, Victor V, and him getting all of that loot. Their 4th elimination of this game, but they are just eating the zone right now. Tick after tick after tick. They do have the pizza, hopefully some splashes, but they're going to rotate individually here. Kanata's going to go first, be a little bit of a distraction. Stevie is there, along with Dark. They ready to contest them up above. The mist goes down. Kanata trying to regenerate as much shield as possible. There goes Victor V trying to alleviate some of that pressure. Game after game. They're going for height. Game after game, Victor V is a force to be reckoned with. They are looking to go back to back. Already a 100-point lead that Kanata and Victor V are looking to extend. Monk, Zeno, Sauko, all down below. Hezi is here as well, but there is no 2nd place in the game. No Minute, no B-Dog. So this one is being blown wide open. Victor V still looking down from above, trying to get some pressure onto Zeno. Hopefully getting the elimination, but that's Hezi who steals that one away, but Victor V gets his redemption. All right, we're back. We're back. The zone glitch, though, so let's go ahead and fix the map real quick. Great zones, Ryan, bro. You're good, bro. We fixed it, right? Yep, we fixed it. All right. Couple 45 above. Let's go ahead and fix the leaderboard here. Yo, Convict, do you still play? So you're killed. Oh, is this a hate watch situation? Oh, Dark getting tagged up. Good damage. Snevy cuts the lip of that mountain short. Okay. 335 just sitting above, padding the surge. They're going to shockwave off from here on out. Ooh, sees the toe onto Icy. Sees Compton as well. No missed opportunities there, but he's able to land the shield cracking shot onto Compton. Yumi's getting ready to start the rotation early. Salco's going down. The zone's moving in. It is going to be a 2-tick as of now. 6 zone, moving on over to a 5-tick. They quickly make their way on out. The Hunt's down along with Hazo. Bro, zipline! He has no more ziplines. He has no more ziplines. I'm sorry, dude. Uh-oh. What happened? 400 below the damage threshold. Active surge on top of that. One last splash. He needs 2 full plus eliminations here if he's looking to get above the damage threshold. 26 players need to go down. He has more than enough heals to make it past this zone, but he has to go up the side of the mountain. Icy's there. He lands a couple of shots with the Thunderburst. Nearly not enough to even get close to being above. Another team approaching on the back. That's Stu. Teammate along with Dustin Caden as well, rotating by. He's getting bypassed on this rotation. No more shockwaves left. He's planning to out-heal it. I don't even know what I'm watching right now from X-Pawn. He's taking tick after tick after tick. Multiple teams already overtaking him on this rotation. It's going to make it infinitely harder for him to get up the side of that mountain. 336 damage. Top 5 on the leaderboard for X-Pawn, and he goes down to Xenon. What? Xenon needed it too. 36 above, connects with 1 shot, 55 and counting. Resurgence here for Coughs and Suds, Dustin and Caden. They're getting pressured on the other side. That's Cloney, that's Icy trying to get into the box. Ratgun and Slixies from underneath, trying to do the similar thing. Nobody's forced to move just yet. Sees Tide come in on the edge of the zone. It actually overtakes him. He's forced to scramble around, reunite with his teammate in the same box. Another max pull for the lobby, going over these mountain ranges. It's not a feeling of confidence for anybody in this game. Pizza might be going down. Max pull yet again for Ratgun. Kanata and Victor V already rotating on over. Larkos and OC haven't moved off the top of that mountain in quite some time. B-Dog trying to go ahead and make his way in off the other side of that map. Minute takes a ton of damage. Xeno Zuki's trying to put down pressure. They fall below the damage threshold. Tough situation to be in because it's not just one team, it's multiple now taking part. They get the elimination onto Minute. Storm Surge strikes him down. He's trying to protect himself. 19 HP. Has to pop the pizza and doesn't get a chance. Second place has fallen out of this game. Third place here, though. Go ahead and check them out. Yumi and Salco, third place currently on the overall leaderboard. To start this game, there was a 30-point difference between Yumi and Salco and Minute and B-Dog in second place. 230-ish points between them and first place. So Yumi and Salco desperately need a good performance here if they're looking to play catch-up. Maybe even possibly secure their spot inside of the top 3. Lyric X, they try to make their way on out, but they get spotted out by multiple teams. Even Keen coming in, shockwaving his only option. He ends up in a box, trapped off by Central, pressured by Yumi Salco. Ty on the other side as well. All the odds stacking up against them. Ryan, Tron, and Rowe, though, they steal away both of those eliminations. Perfectly timed. Salco is going to make the daring play. Try to dive in, get some of that loot. The Chug Jug, the pizza. He's hoping that this sacrifice of HP is truly going to be worth it. I don't think it's sad. Yo, knee care? Bro, you literally... I know these weren't your exact words. You just basically said it's sad how easily one of the best players in the game can come to the region. Like... Come on now. Phoenix goes down. Salco's still up along with Yumi. Trying to figure out where Kanata is at throughout all this mix. Him and Victor V staying strong. Elevated up off the ground. Putting pressure onto Dustin. Finding out Rowe as well as Ryan Tron. See, they built in wood. That gives them a green light to try to put down pressure. We're now moving off the side of this mountain towards Wonky Land. So it's not going to be easy if it kicks back up towards the north or even towards the east. You have to start preparing 2-3 steps ahead. Victor V being persistent, trying to get the damage. A quick tag, 24 HP and shield gone just like that. He's going to pop the big pot, waiting for the shockwave. Again, staying ahead of the zone here. Not falling behind the curve and not even sensibly going for the high ground. Victor V finds another elimination onto Xenon. Puts pressure down onto Raze. Double pistols going out. They're looking for quick damage. They're not even concerned with Storm Surge overall. Kanata tarping in, IGL-ing. Him and Victor V taking over the region here as they find another elimination onto Central, refreshing the materials. Only 300 mats, so it wasn't much, but at least it's something. Zane on the other side, he gets caught off guard, making the mistake of going one too many boxes forward into the territory of Kanata and Victor V. Zane's down, couple of chug, spots another. Oh my god! Victor V, 5 eliminations here along with Kanata. They're trying to extend the lead even further, but Kanata does go down another time. But Victor V, in game 1 to start the tournament, as a solo, still clutches up a top 8 and a huge amount of points, 50 total as a solo. Pizza's going down, Jug's running out. He's going to go ahead and try to pop those early, but realizing time is definitely running out, he has to try to make his way in. Another pizza is going to be found, picking up a few more. Jug there in the inventory. He has plenty of time to sit and wait. Does look like he's going to finally choose to pop that Jug, though. A couple more slices of pizza being picked up. He's waiting an eternity here before he has to make it in towards zone. He has so many Jugs. I don't even know what he's looking for here or how many they actually have left. He's going to choose to go to the 50. The zone actually moves back in favor of Victor V, using his brains instead of his brawn to really stay alive much longer. One of 2 solos left in this game. Scratch that. Phoenix goes down. Retro's alive. One of 3 solos left in this game. Top 9 situation here. Victor V trying to have a performance of a lifetime. Xeno, Zukis are here as well, but there goes Yumi. Remember, they're in 3rd place, trying to overtake 2nd place on the leaderboard. They were down by 30 points in 2nd place, trying to come back here. Yumi going outside towards the outside, taking a little bit too much damage. She has 3 extra pizzas in the back pocket. We're going up the side of the mountain, though, so shockwaves are going to be necessary. There goes the first of 2. Yumi gets boxed off, though, tries to edit the ramp. Imp is there. Rem's on the other side. He bit off maybe a little bit more than he could chew as Rems and Imp take him down. An incredible run finally coming to an end, but let's watch one better. Victor V, another elimination, but he is fresh out of shockwaves. He's going to have to climb his way up the side of the mountain, simultaneously getting eliminated. Just damage, though. Zukis gets the elimination onto OC. Larko steals that one away. Top 3 position for Victor V. High ground's up above. Low ground's there as well. Zone is now pushing him in. 2 splashes left. A chance to get elimination onto Rems for his 9th one of the game. Finally, Storm Sickness awakens, and this is where Victor V, with his only chance left, shockwaves now coming into play. With that elimination, he not only found the siphon mats, but the shockwaves to try to get up the side of that mountain, but it's going off. Back on over towards Wonky Land. 15 HP. Xeno and Zukis are going to be up above, and for now, they only have 1 build in Xeno. He's going to use that one. Zukis has 2 as well. Victor V accidentally steps a little bit too far in the zone, so Zukis and Xeno are going to steal it away. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. Dude, Vic. Yo, Vic, since you guys won FNCS, how about an interview after the game? Let's get Kanata in here. We'll ask the hard-hitting questions. No, I'm just kidding. Let's look at the leaderboard, though. $90 or 92-point game or something like that. A 92-point game. First 11. Second 9. The tournament is over. I told you they won in 8 games. I don't think there's going to be a team that beats their 8-game point record. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. But the way it's looking right now, I don't think there's going to be a team to beat the 8-game point record. Who won the Pred? Let's check it out right now. Who's even on the Pred? B-Dog, Source, X-Pawn, Yumi, Hilly, Larkos. Let me see. We got Zukis, Kanata, Rams, Larkos. So I think Larkos. Larkos wins the prediction. We're gonna do that same one though. We're gonna do that same one. I think games is doing good. Same prediction, up and ready to go. If I was Kanata and Vic, I'd start the stream too, bro. They won. They Cow, it's not official, but they have almost a 300-point lead with 3 games to go. So they have to go down off spawn. Yumi and Salco or Minute and B-Dog or even OC and Larkos would have to win almost 3 back-to-back-to-back games with 10 or more eliminations to win. Back-to-back-to-back. Ryan in 7th place. Ryan, if you knew the struggle for me in predictions, you'd understand. That's why I kind of typically do the same one. Boom, 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 boom.
Vic solo. I need to see how Vic. Where's Vic at? I need to see how Vic playing today. So I was like, you know, let me just sit back and relax. Next game, Vic just solo clutches 2nd place with 9 kills. I fuck it. If you want to win, I'm down to fucking win. You feel me? We'll just win the next game, but I'll just go 5 for 6 today. I'll just
5 for 6 on the day?
Just something calm. You feel me? Something calm, bro. Just have to get on calm, bro. Day 1, these kids are always trying to calm me, all this and that. We just get bitched, bro. Don't fucking try that shit, bro.
For the 5 for 6.
Fucking light. All right. Let's go 5 for 6. 5 for 6.
I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. I don't think enough people have said it, bro. I just hope everybody here today, whether you're in the stream or watching on somebody else's stream, hopefully you guys had a wonderful time. Fortnite, FNCS, it came and gone way too quick in my opinion. And man, just support each other in the community, you know? It's fun to have these little in-game beefs, but like the community will just continue to grow, get better, plenty of opportunities if everybody just kind of work together. And I say work together, obviously you're not helping each other in game, but like support each other, bro. It takes $0 to retweet somebody's stream, to follow somebody's stream, you know what I'm saying? Let's see when the next game is though. Pop back up the leaderboard here for a moment. We got Yumi and Salco 358, Minute B-Dog 342, so we're still playing for the top 3. First place is out of the question. Now we're playing for top 3. OC and Larkos 20 points down. Zeno and Zuki's at 305. Hilly and Youngin at 287. Ryan and Rowe at 286. Slixies and Raygun 276, tied with Xpawn and Doxy at 276, and then Blink and Fuzz kind of rounding out our top 10. When you look at some of the other superstars in the region, you got Phoenix and Retro, already qualified to the Esports World Cup. Epic Well and Pump, Bach and Pars 27th, 28. So in my opinion, you know, a little disappointing, but overall decent performance out of everyone else outside of Kanata and Vic, who is just phenomenal. We have 2 more days this week. Exactly, dude. I was thinking like FNCS really did. We waited what, 8 months? I don't remember when Globals was over, but we waited months, and then it's literally gone. It's literally done already. It's literally done already. Dude, put a 5. You better win, dude. Caught a knife, no delay. Yeah, but I like the replay mode. I like, you know, putting on a show instead of just watching 6 minutes of Kanata and Vic at Sandy Strip farming, and then like another 2 minutes of them sitting in the box and re-farming, and then maybe another 2 minutes of them rotate. You know what I mean? They won. They put on a show. They deserved it without a doubt. 57 eliminations. 30 of those coming in the last 3 games, you know? Let's see when the next game is, though. Just keep refreshing Fortnite tracker, trying to see if it pops up. Obviously, longer delays in between some of the games. For finals, I think they follow the same, like, broadcast intermissions. But I'm going to quickly use the restroom. I'll be right back. Let me know if you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything. I don't know, man. Let's see. Yo, by the way, when I'm casting, I wear these headphones. So sometimes I can listen to other people's perspective on if I did a good job or not. Probably stupid, but in between the breaks. Is there still no game? Yo, Ryan, where you at, bro? Where's Ryan Tron, man? Still no code, no matchup. Let's watch. I don't know if I have the replay, but let's at least watch the replay of that last game, you know? Let's at least watch it. Trying to have a performance of a lifetime. Zeno, Zukis are here as well, but there goes Yumi. Remember, they're in third place, trying to overtake second place on the leaderboard. They were down by 30 points in second place. Trying to come back here. Yumi going outside towards the outside, taking a little bit too much damage. She has 3 extra pizzas in the back pocket. We're going up the side of the mountain, though, so shockwaves are going to be necessary. There goes the first of 2. Yumi gets boxed off, though, tries to edit the ramp. Imp is there. Rem's on the other side. He bit off maybe a little bit more than he can chew as Rems and Imp take him down. An incredible run finally coming to an end, but let's watch one better. Victor V, another elimination, but he is fresh out of shockwaves. He's going to have to climb his way up the side of the mountain, simultaneously get an elimination. Just damage, though. Zukis gets the elimination onto OC. Marco steals that one away. Top 3 position for Victor V. High ground's up above. Low ground's there as well. Zone is now pushing him in. 2 splashes left. A chance to get elimination onto Rems for his 9th one of the game. Finally, Storm Sickness awakens, and this is where Victor V, with his only chance left, Shockwaves now coming into play. With that elimination, he not only found the siphon mats, but the Shockwaves to try to get up the side of that mountain, but it's going off. Back on over towards Wonky Land. 15 HP. Zeno and Zukis are going to be up above, and for now, they only have 1 build in Zeno. He's going to use that one. Zukis has 2 as well. Victor V accidentally steps a little bit too far in the zone, so Zukis and Zeno are going to... Loading into the next game as we speak. Boom, boom. All right, let's fix the double map glitch. We're not going to fast forward too far ahead because of the delays in between games. Three games left. What's up, Elmo? I mean, as interesting as a runaway can get, thankfully there's top 3 that teams are fighting for, if that makes sense. So that makes it a little bit more interesting. Hello? Replay. There we go. What in the frick is going on? Half of the lobby isn't even here. Right now, it's going to be Kanata and Vic. Kanata and Vic win the tournament. It's almost mathematically impossible for teams to catch up with how well they're playing. Uncontested again. Wizzy didn't even make it off spawn. Epic and Pump still over towards Wonky Land. Retro, uncontested. Baka and Pars probably got nothing to lose. Playing aggressive here. Somebody asked the question about the last chance qualifier. As far as I know, everything is region locked that has to deal with Major 1. Oh, Team C finding underneath. Eyes him and sees him. Against Darky and Snevy. Darky and Snevy being underneath means Baka and Pars can try to get a little bit of positioning here. Let's try and see OC Larko's top side of the map. Victor B uncontested. Zeno and Zuki's move one step closer to top 3. Get an elimination off of their split drop here. That was the one they tagged out of the sky. Out of the sky. Not bad. It has a different region locked to Major 1. So you're locked to one region, but you can pick a different region to the one you just played for FNC. It has a different region lock. That's so weird. Is that not weird? Thank gosh, Ozzy's here, bro. That to me is it's different, but we'll see. Pumping Epic still fighting over Wonky Land. I wish they got aggressive yesterday instead of splitting the drop. I feel like they let Alien and Hearn get away with way too much. I think it's because a lot of people wanted to play LCQ on a different region to regular. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. Overall, it's got to be a good thing. We're about to see 10 NA Central teams go to West. Probably not. It's so much easier without the top 13 teams there. Chris and Zyro down to Fuzz. Chris and Zyro were doing so good to start the tournament. Being contested is just one of those things where it kind of sets you sideways, the whole plan. Each of them having one shockwave here. Oh, this could be a godlike play right now. Oh, never mind. They shockwave away. Don't necessarily like that, but it is what it is. Trying to see who else for top 3. Go and look at the leaderboard. We got Zeno, Zuki's, OC and Larko's at the top side of the map. Nothing to worry about for them. Let's go ahead and look at who would be next. Minute and B-Dog. 62 points today. Wow. And they're still in top 3. Uncontested at their drop as well. Does look like Source and School still fighting. What's up, Brad? I did see your message, though, Brad. I tried to, you know, kind of work it in, but... You know, when I'm already in mode, it's kind of hard to switch things up. Stuck hiding. Not much they can do. Ryan Tron and Roe. Who is on top of the mountain? Oh, that's a good question. Darky and Eric's. Taking some of the loot. I don't think they're necessarily concerned with it. They spot him out. Bro, Revisory. 3 gifted subs. 3. 1 for each and every team making the Summit land today. You know what I mean? We got this on lock, though. We got this on lock. Who else was there? I said Minute, B-Dog, Ryan's there. Ratgun and Slixies, I think. What's up, Hydra? Hopefully you and Brando are having the time of your life. Yeah, Ratgun, Slixies, 8th place. 276 points so far. So they're roughly around 70, 80 points down. Yo, what is your name? Blue Sky? Blisky? Yo, thank you for saying thank you. So we're watching a lot of the teams that can contend, that actually have a chance to go to the Summit land. What's up, Kumar? Yo, it was great, Kumar, bro. Once you watch the rebroadcast, bro, you let me know what you think of finals today. Icon 60's trying to make it in. Retro in Phoenix, trying to see where they're at on the leaderboard right now. Do they have a chance to go to the Summit Land. As of now, 23rd, 204 points. They would need a monster of a tournament to end it all. Blisky is cool too. I want to call you whatever your name is, bro. Alright, Phoenix Retro just kind of farming out. Snevy and Dark underneath. Kanata and Vic made their way over towards Dark Dominion. A wildly different strategy this time around. Zero delay on a region that, you know, probably doesn't want you here. I told you I can't stream anymore, so I thought I'd bless you up. Bro, thank you so much. Truly is a blessing. Every single person here typing in chat, watching, having a good time. Blessing. Choppa goes down to Pump. Epic Well and Pump, how far away are they? 28th, 188 points. So they would literally need Minute, B-Dog, Salco. They would need a ton of eliminations in top threes. Still possible, but it's getting mathematically impossible as the games fly by. Yo, long time, AJ. XBL was mainly Xbox Live back then. Bro, I used to play a bunch of Xbox Live. So you're Sky. Okay. Yo, what's your name? Sky, bro. I used to be an Xbox guy before PC. Jules Caesar just taking the rotation towards the outside. Hearn, Alien rotating in through the zone. Xeno, Zuki still at their split drop. Let me see. My wife texted me. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Finally sent it, you know. Epic 7X. I'm not sure it's going to happen today. Phoenix gets another elim. If there's anybody in particular you guys want to watch, let me know. Obviously, this is the portion of the game where everything slows down tenfold. X goes down. Retro and Phoenix get another elimination here. 8 points to start this game. How do you feel about Veno winning NA? I'm very angry, man. Why did he do it? Grr. Yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. You know, Veno just proving why he's one of the best players in the game. Curve getting a golden opportunity. And honestly, Curve, you know, a lot of people thrown into the spotlight, you know, contend to crumble. And Curve showed up and showed out. Going back over center map. Nobody's really fighting here. So let's check on Ratgun Slicksy's already positioned well. Side of the zone, just trying to go ahead and get a little bit more surge. That cherry on top with 75 still alive. Yo, Desu, 5 gifted. Was that you on the 1UP account too? W, dude. If you guys got a gifted sub, make sure you say thank you to my boy. I don't know who's exciting to watch. Let's check on Kanata and Vic over at Dark Dominion. They farmed up. Max Mats literally. Victor V missing a little bit of HP, but not too much to be concerned about here. Check out Xeno Zuki's again, trying to rotate in. They do have that launch pad to make their journey that much easier. They do have shockwaves as well, along with the fizz. So not too much to worry about. This is game 10. 3 games left. This one is included in that 3. OC Larkos finally making it off the top of that mountain. Shockwave down from above. Instead of using the launch pad, interesting decision, but he's just trying to get some extra loot from the mending machine before they go right back on up. Not necessarily a far pull for OC and Larkos, but you can see they're just trying to go ahead and maximize their efficiency here. A couple more med bombs. That's going to help with the launch pad towards the back if they do take it. A couple extra splashes because they are going to be inside of the zone. What else is he looking for here? That is going to be it. He's going to make his way back up the side of the mountain. Does have shockwaves that he can kind of waste, but there's teams in the distance that doesn't want to make that play for free. Doesn't want to let him make that play for free, I should say. No delaying grands is wild. He has nothing to lose. It's not wild. Like, let's not pretend like he has to queue up the rest of the games. Hipotron's here. Poppy Blast and Chicken. South side of their vending machine being in chase. Tunnel underneath. Escape planned on the side. Source in school. Had a huge fall from Gray's day number 1. They were in contention. Day number 2, lackluster performance puts them so far down the leaderboard. They need big games. Big elims. Top 3s. If they have any hope of coming back. Scroll and Scribe versus Veno and Curve at Battlewood, or Ages versus Pablo at Sandy, or Clicks and Higgs versus Shark and Teeny. Jacob, in your opinion, what do you think let Peter Bond down today? I don't know. Part of me wants to say Surge, but I don't even think that was necessarily it. Nah, 8X, he just contested. I wouldn't count being contested as a grief. Jason Beaner here, Zuki's kind of continue looking around. Mapbra and Digital underneath. Not sure what they hear, but they're just going to go ahead and bide for their time. Maybe somebody ports in. Jules and Caesar from the top side of the map into Squibbly Shores. They are not taking the rift, though. Does look like they're going to walk it in the rest of the way. Caesar has a flopper. He has a slurp fish. Shouldn't they go out to the rift to get the extra loot that's there? Doesn't that rift spawn extra loot? Peterbot shouldn't have gone for Veno game 12. Well, if Peterbot... If anybody doesn't take down Veno in game 12, it doesn't matter how well they perform. Veno's still willing that. That's what people don't understand. A-Dog Minute, top of the mountain. Not much for them to do here. They have an isolated position. Maybe towards the eastern part of where they're actually at. They can probably get some shots on Vert and Echo, but even then they're fully boxed up. So for Minute and B-Dog, options here are going to be limited. Link and Fuzz on the outside of the zone. They're kind of getting stuck. Boxed down here by Keen and Zaire, who are firing shots in the direction. They knew they were going to peek eventually. So they go ahead and fire off in that direction to stop the peek from even happening. Kanata gets it down onto Purple. Centro cannot make a game-saving play, so he's going to have to give up. Let his teammate go down. So for Centro, it is literally all up to him in this game. They are 13th at 245 points going into this game. 97 points down. So truly going to need a miracle here if they're looking to qualify for the Summit LAN. Does anybody ever watch FNCS after FNCS? Like you watched it live and then you go back and rewatch it? Got a Vic looking good. Larco's OC only 35 above the damage threshold. Currently sitting in 4th place. 20 points out of that top 3. Couple shots connecting on to Zeno. Not enough to continue to build the confidence, but just enough to stay above the damage threshold. Youngin right behind. Hilly as well. So they hear all the noise. Not necessarily ready to jump out just yet. I rewatch it, but I don't rewatch it from the broadcaster's point of view. I rewatch it from all the watch party point of views. So if I say something stupid, you know I can learn. I go back and I read the watch party chat and everything. Yeah, Dev, this is game 10. Larcos gets tagged up. They fall below the damage threshold at the worst time possible. Storm Surge is active. Even though it's only 9 below the damage threshold, they're taking 25 damage every 7 seconds. They fall 17 below. Still not enough to get desperate, but the mist has run out. Source in the distance. Doesn't connect with that shot, but I believe OC did. 15 above, but they instantly fall right back down below the damage threshold. Active Surge still taking down Larco's OC. Another med bomb coming out. Illy flying through the sky. They go ahead and connect with a couple of more. Larco's OC really making this moment count. If they're going to throw down a med bomb, they're going to make sure they stay above the damage threshold. But from one zone to the next, they barely get above and instantly fall down below. The only blessing this time around is not active just yet. Storm Surge will activate about 30 or so seconds. So they need to be persistent to try to get this damage. One below the damage threshold, even with a couple of shots connecting. Larco's still not giving up on this play. Rightfully so, they get 24 above the damage threshold. Still trying to pressure chase. I'm not sure if they know he's a solo or not, but it's going to be the golden opportunity to either get damage or pick up an elimination here. Especially more so now that the Fizz Bomb is going to be popped. That's a huge sign of weakness. Yeah, Dev? Top 15 or what? It's just hard to watch the game and watch the chat at the same time. If anybody wants to take part, give me real words. I won't use troll words. Give me real words that you think would elevate a Fortnite broadcast or phrases. Akapar's on the other side. Looks like they might have picked up another elimination. Trying to see. We got Yumi. We got Salco. B-Dog, Minute. Yumi's still alive along with Salco. They're currently in second place on the overall leaderboard here. After the 36-point gap going into this game between them and fourth place, which would be outside of the bubble, failing to qualify. Yumi and Salco just trying to hold on no matter what pressure goes their way. Waiting for the last possible second. They know they're going to have to rotate far. They have the Fizz. They have the Shockwaves. It's a matter if they want to mix and combine both of those. Does look like the answer is going to be yes, but a messed up Shockwave for Yumi is going to stall him out, not allow him to use the Fizz, so Salco's going to go forward by himself. Hopefully he can find them a position inside of the zone, but he ends up into the box with somebody else. Luckily, he could slip and slide his way on out and reunite in the same box with Yumi. Perfectly played in a situation like this for Salco and Yumi. So necessary for them to try to stay alive. Dark trying to make it from the back. King does go down. Alien is also rotating on over. Vanillas and Hajus. Nobody just yet has solidified themselves as the high ground team in this game. So there's plenty of time for anybody to try to take it away. Epic and Pump still alive. 3 eliminations so far. If you're looking for anybody to play catch up here, it's going to be through eliminations. It's going to be through top 3 placings on the leaderboard. Larco's OC, they're 347 above the damage threshold. Kanata does go down. Victor V going to be still left alive by himself, but right now we know they won. We know they won. Trying to pay attention to the top 3. Top 3 is what goes to the global LAN. The Summit LAN, my bad. And then there's 15 spots up for globals there. Listening to all the audio cues. Others rotating by. Quickly breaks the build at the last second. That way they can smoothly move through. But as smooth as you can be, Yumi gets tagged up. Builds get broken. Almost forcing his hand to reposition. But Salco drops the med bomb. Quickly builds a safe haven for them to replenish the HP and the shield. Chug and Mist does go down. Try to look where Ryan is at. He's also in contention here. Phoenix trying to play catch up. 142. Ryan and Rowe doing what they can to pick up the pace here. Zeno's in the mix, especially with the last victory royale. Larco's does go down. Mapra is able to get the knock there, not clean up the elimination just yet. Zeno Zuki's trying to wait for where this next zone, but it's B-Dog and Minute. B-Dog and Minute pushing into the back box. They get the pre-edit in, they hold the wall, and they take down Zeno. B-Dog and Minute clean up a big elimination here on one of the contenders, trying to close in on their global spot. That's that one elimination. Splashes coming out. Pizza being used. They have to drop the minis here and make sure they get the most out of their slices. Last of the splashes. Doesn't have time to pop the minis. They have to shockwave in. Oh no! A disaster! A mistake coming out from B-Dog's going to cost him another slice of pizza. Luckily for him though, Minute finds a good spot in the front side of the zone that they can call home. Baka's trying to play catch up. So is X-Pawn and Doxy. 5th place coming into this game. They were into the top 3, but going down early cost them a lot. They find at least one elimination. Doxy gets that, slides in and out of the box, gets the material before trying to return back to X-Pawn. He goes down. Now he's stuck by himself. Minute and B-Dog knocking on that door. They are literally walking down everybody in their path. If you are a contender for a top 3 spot, Minute has probably taken you out of this game, but now they're the ones on the back foot. Imps and Rems on the other side trying to get another elimination or any bit of damage. We could go ahead and play the word game. So if you guys want a real word to be used in this end game, let me know in this game. As Minute and B-Dog, with the dust settling, couple of teams going in front. Instead of running, they're just tiptoeing around that line, making sure they do not get aggressed on, even changing layers, going up above. They are just trying to find that elimination, chasing Map Dog down like a dog. Whipping him tenfold, a couple more builds. Siphon coming in. Minute and B-Dog are playing tremendously well here in this end game to keep their spot on that leaderboard intact. Even when it looks like they might go down, they somehow answer the call. Big flank onto Ryan-Tron. That was a textbook play for them to pick up that elimination and keep themselves moving. But Raze and Monk, they attack from that same angle. The small crevice underneath. They find an opportunity, but Me-Dog and Minute, they are not slowing down. Top 6 situation here. Can they cross the finish line here in first? That'll definitely all but secure their spot in the Summit land in Germany. They're trying to peek out towards the other side, making it a priority to get to zone, even if it means sacrificing HP, but that priority got cut short. One goes down, Minute slides right back in, returns back to the scene of the crime to pick up that elimination, and what little mats that he can. He's doing everything in his power here to win this game or get as close to it as possible. Phoenix and Retro, they're trying to play catch up. They're doing what they can on the high ground, the top shelf. They're knocking everybody down below. Big down on the Monk, leaving both solos there. Retro's ready to end the game here and now. 12 eliminations. Retro and Phoenix are catching up for sure. I don't know how many of those words I used, but I was trying. I think I did better today than yesterday. Oop. Alright. I just tweet out my own clips and stuff, so I'm just generic caption, you know? Generic caption as we look at the leaderboard. 620 for Ark and Vic in that last game, and they only get 40 points. Still over. Tremendous is a good word or no? I think it could. I think it could be a good word depending on how I use it. I don't think I use it as good there. Yeah, I did better than last time, but we got B-Dog and Minute. There's a 68-point gap for Minute and B-Dog over 4th place. That's what's important here. Yumi and Salco, 34-point gap nonetheless, 3rd place. Raze and Monk, though, they move up the leaderboard in that last game. Top 4 position, giving them a chance. There's 2 games left, and they're giving themselves a chance. Zeno and Zukis also underneath, catching up. 1 victory royale 2 games ago, 345 points. Ryan in row, 334. Still tied with OC and Larcos at 334, but playing catch up. Phoenix and Retro, Esports World Cup certified, are looking to do the same thing here with the LAN in Germany. Good work. What's up, Coop? Who won the Pred? Let's see right now. We got Minute, Source, Doxy, Yumi, Salco. Let me see. I want to say B-Dog, no? We got Retro, Raze, and Monk. Those are our top 3. Retro, Raze, and Monk. So, Minute and B-Dog won that prediction. Zeno, give me time. I'm just saying, you know, no time like the present, brother. No time like the present. Do another prediction, but I'm going to add Ryan, Tron, and Roe. I'm going to add them. I'm going to add Xeno Zukis as well. 3 teams qual for LAN. 3 teams qual for LAN. We got 2 games left. So it's definitely going to be an exciting time here. Even though first place likely no longer a thing for anybody outside of Victor V and Kanata. They already won. But still top 3 up for grabs, which the leaderboard is close. Minute and B-Dog do have the biggest cushion of them all. Everything else relatively close. So I know we typically ask that question. Will first place get landed on? Now I have to ask the question, will second or third place get landed on? That's the question. That's the question. Will second or third place get landed on? Let's watch that replay back from that last game. You know what I'm saying? 2 games left. 2 games left. Keep the fire. Keep the pressure. Keep the tempo. Put it all on the line, guys. Put it all on the line. They are just trying to find that elimination. Chasing Map Dog down like a dog. Whipping him tenfold. A couple more builds. Siphon coming in. Minute and B-Dog are playing tremendously well here in this end game to keep their spot on that leaderboard intact. Even when it looks like they might go down, they somehow answer the call. Big flank on the Ryan Tron. That was a textbook play for them to pick up that elimination and keep themselves moving. But Raze and Monk, they attack from that same angle. The small crevice underneath. They find an opportunity, but Me-Dog and Minute, they are not slowing down. Top 6 situation here. Can they cross the finish line here in first? That'll definitely all but secure their spot in the Summit LAN in Germany. They're trying to peek out towards the other side, making it a priority to get to zone, even if it means sacrificing HP, but that priority got cut short. One goes down, Minute slides right back in, returns back to the scene of the crime to pick up that elimination, and what little mats that he can. He's doing everything in his power here to win this game or get as close to it as possible. Phoenix and Retro, they're trying to play catch up. They're doing what they can on the high ground, the top shelf. They're knocking everybody down below. Big down on the Monk, leaving both solos there. Retro's ready to end the game here, and now 12 eliminations. Retro and Phoenix are catching. Ooh. At least we have an exciting tournament in its own ways. Not for first, but for second and third. Definitely its own version of excitement. So Kanata, in 8 games, Kanata had 528 points. Remember that. In 8 games, Kanata had 528 points. Let's see if they actually win the tournament in 8 games or 9. This is game 11, Elmo. Game 11. FaZe Canada taking FaZe Canada. So they loaded in their game. So we got about a 5-minute delay. They're already in their game. 5-minute delay. Just waiting for FORTNITE tracker to hopefully update on time so we don't have to load in late. I'm just spamming that refresh button. Spamming the refresh button. Thank you everybody today that followed the channel. How in the heck, on my screen, Elmo, you replied to Miller Time before Miller Time's post even came in my chat? This FNCS has 3 winners. Who are the 3 winners? We got Kanata, School, and Sauko. Yumi, that's 4. Yumi is 4. Convict's not here. I think there's 4. Bakapars 5, 6. Pump 7. Epic Well 8. Bro, how did I forget about the main ones? Code's there. All right, thank you so much. Let's get that refresh going on. Let's see how long. So, boom, 1 minute to wait. 1 minute to wait, and we're in the game. Uno mas. Uno mas. Yeah, Elmo, I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked. Epic Well and Pump are doing as bad as they are. I legitimately thought they would alpha up their contested drop spot. And it almost seems like for a good portion of the tournament, they were letting Hearn and Alien alpha up the drop spot. Stealing away the loot, the mini game. So I would love to have, and it's hindsight now, but I would love to have seen them get a little bit more aggressive. Well, a little bit too early. A little bit too early. What the heck, bro? Still a little bit too early? What is the time? What is the time? It should be now. Any second now. See, I don't want them to grief them for the mini game. I just want them to alpha up. That's the thing. I just want them to alpha up for the mini game. Make an attempt for it. Double mini map. We have POVs. It looks like we have them, but who knows? Looks like we have them though. Yes, there is, Brad. Yes, there is. I think it's like from like everybody in the top 10 for EU gets $1,000 or something like that. I thought I saw a picture of it somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought Suds and Coughs were going back on over there, but they're not. Kanata and Vic remain uncontested. Uncontested. Let's check out Phoenix and Retro. Last game, they were uncontested. This time around, Zyro and Chris are taking the fight right back. Dev, I'm not sure. As of right now, I'm not sure because obviously it wasn't planned. They actually don't fight the 50-50 at the gas station. They go straight in. Bert's already going down over here. Echo's by himself. Blizzard Caden pushing in. He has the big pot. He has med kits, but does he have the time right now? Because Blizzard, even though he's letting Echo heal up just a little bit, he forces the med kit to be canceled. A whole nother team breaking in. Echo gets blessed here by the third party coming in to distract. Croc goes down. Blizzard by himself. Caden and Dustin are going on the chase here. Just trying to check a little bit of our top teams here. Are they contested? Are they not contested? We'll take a look in a moment. Where's Ratgun? Is Ratgun in contention? He's like 13th right now, so we'll take a look. 2 elims. They went off spawn quick. So Ratgun, 276 points. They're roughly 100 plus points down. They definitely need a big game here. Lonely and Haas, 58 points. That's what he's talking about. Landing Southside battle with Boulevard. Surprise contested. Kind of ending that run early on. And this is where everybody, I feel like, crashes out just a little bit. This is the crash out part of the tournament. Oh, what the heck? He just jumped in. What the heck? Yo, that replay got me. That replay got me messed up. He really just jumped from the floor. Top 40 in second chance gets $100. Top 10 gets 500. It's 500 each. $100 each, so 1,000, yeah. Pars and Baka, center map. Retro takes down Zyro finally. Echo finally gets eliminated. Baka and Pars. Stuck underneath. Dark Dominion trying to pressure them back. Hey, this could be a way to condition teams for the second chance. Ooh. Drops his teammate down, lands that shot, but not enough to get the green light to go. 20 builds left for Baka, trying to heal as fast as possible, but he's getting pressured from all angles. He even drops down through that little crevice to try to escape, but Snevy's persistence. Nice shot attempt by Baka. The second one is going to connect. Gets the angle on the other side, but he has to be careful. Snevy's instantly trying to break his way through. Baka bumps into the box against Snevy in a 1v1, but goes down for it. Whew. Retro Phoenix. I'm trying to mainly watch the people that matter, if that makes sense. Like if they're contested, you know, the top of the leaderboard. OC Larko's looking good. Sauko Yumi, uncontested for the most part. B-Dog and Minute, second place, uncontested. Continue to look down the leaderboard. Where's Raze and Monk? Raze and Monk got to be on this side of the map somewhere. Uncontested. Dustin and Caden are making their way on over, though. What's up, Mike? But still. Top 3 up for grabs. Uh-oh. Velo and Xenon. Yeah, 3 teams, Cookie. Top 3. Doesn't look like Xenon and Velo are going to stay to lurk, though. Rotating through Sandy, just trying to get some extra material. You see a huge chunk of metal that's missing. A huge chunk. Just like Dark Dominion. Good spot to get a decent amount of metal. Does look like Poppy Blast Chicken making their way on over towards the drop. Xenon and Velo probably toying with the idea for a short moment, but looking like they were going to go right back on over towards Sandy Strip, but they continue to make their way in this direction. Why am I not playing? I wanted to give people a chance. Like, I'd be in finals 28 out of 28, 29 out of 29. I like to give chances. Clowny's there by himself. We got Xpon and Doxy moving on towards the outside. 9th place, 308 points. Roughly 76 or so points out of contention. So they need a good game here to close out the day. Oh, big damage. Not only on the Vanillas, but Haju as well. I thought they would go for a little bit of chop on Vanillas, but they actually move on over, try to connect. Haju realized they're getting pushed, so he's trying to get out of there as well. But he only has the gauntlet, so it's not going to be easy, especially when Doxy flies over the top, lands another shot, closing down options. Fighting for the tops. Vanillas peaks. He takes and trades shots. Xpon on the other side. Big shot onto Vanillas as well. Just being persistent here. Even chasing down Haju, not allowing him to heal. Such a great 1-2 punch combo coming out of Xpon and Doxy here for their 4th elimination of this game. We need a Yumi Qual. I'm down for a Yumi Qual. What's going down here? School and Source. They left Battlewood early. They already have 1 elim. Good shot on the Matt. Not enough to break the shields, though. They immediately converge down low on that low ground. Looks like Matt is just trying to escape down low underneath. Digital already did. So it's really up to Source School. Do you go on the chase or do you not? Kanata win? Yeah. This is game 11, Ama. Game 11 out of 12. We're trying to watch as much of the action as possible. B-Dog and Minute, 2 different sides of the mountain. Underneath is where that team is positioned at. Really don't have to worry about that just yet. Hilly and Youngin towards the top. Blood Gangsta SZA making it in. Phoenix and Retro, they win. OC Larco's quick to rotate out of their mountain spot. With the zone moving south, I do like this play out of Larco's and OC. Instead of waiting till all the teams are positioned to where they can get free tags on you rotating in. Just make it a priority to rotate first. Thinking about getting surged later. Want to check on Kanata? All right, let's check on Kanata Victor V. It does look like they're still getting lurked on by Xenon and Velo. Vic up above, watching to make sure they don't get lurked, simultaneously building up Surge. It's been a huge part of their game plan, because even when Kanata does go down, Victor V just finds a way to clutch up. Just like Curve on Central, this is a great opportunity for someone like Victor V. He continues to perform well when he plays with Kanata. No matter what happens with them, if they somehow split, because these guys are going to the Summit Land, top 15, I would imagine that's doable for them, but not sure. I would not be surprised if Kanata and Vic got top 15 somehow. Because remember, Wonky contested, Sandy contested, Squibbly likely contested, Top Mountain likely contested. Oh no, they lurk. Kanata gets caught out. Bello and Xenon catch him on the lurk. Oh, are they trying to fight Vic? What are they doing? Why would they be trying to fight up? They're in 40th place. Oh, Kanata's AFK. This is game 11, Sleaze. One more after this. Are they going to chase? What's the prize pool breakdown, dude? What's the prize pool breakdown? I knew this was going to happen, though. So, top 40. They're in 40th place. Next thing would be top 30. Is top 30 doable for them? That's what I want to know. 128, top 30, 88, 60 points. I'm not sure, actually. This is a 5-minute delay. I want Vic to just slam him right now. Slam him. Come on, Vic. I just want to go watch his point of view just in case anything does happen. Kind of missed it there for that second. He's fighting his way up. Vic not ready to give up on this play just yet. Couple missed opportunities there. Shockwave coming up. Velo's going to go up and over, trying to catch him off guard. Xenon as well. Tries to run in. Almost gets fully boxed up by Vic, who's sliding in and out of these builds. Third-party shots now coming in. A whole nother team rotating in from Painted. Ratgun, Slixies there on the other side. Velo, again, Victor V, just giving a huge fight to a whole duo down below. Oh my god. Don't break the build, Velo. You know better than that. No more heals, though, for Vic. 10 builds left. Drops down another layer. Peeked on the other side. Breaks into the box and finally goes down. Xenon and Velo. I'm not sure what caused them to do that, but, you know. Caden rotating in. Ratgun 60 still coming in from the north. Try to see who cell is around. Epic Whale Pump still at Wonky Land. For the whole game seems outlandish, no? Retro's balling out. We'll take a look at him. We'll take a look at him. You can't chase this because you can't chase this away from your Wonky Wheel. Gavic's gonna make it in. Retro Phoenix gonna go ahead and use the Rift this time around. They have a bunch of extra heals here. Slurp Fish, med kits. Once they hit that, it's gonna be A-okay. Fourth zone, probably moving into fifth, so you can kind of see what they're waiting for. Seeing where the next zone's before they make a play. Dev, depends on who his teammate is. Like, if I'm his teammate, it's a lock. If Debo's his teammate, he's going to get 51st somehow. Marcos from underneath, bro. These guys have a legit chance here in this tournament. Roughly 50 points down. They need to have a decent performance here. Staying on top of the mountain, rotating slow. Source does grab the wall. Third-party shots do come in, distracting Larkos for a little bit, forcing down the med bomb, separating him and OC just a little bit, who hasn't really taken a lick of damage just yet. But now they're inside of the zone. 1 tick for every second that does pass. Is going to move to 2 once the zone actually does close here in a few seconds. They have Chugs. They have Pizza. OC Larkos don't have to get desperate here to make a move. We'll second in a minute. We'll do it in a second, Biscuit. Snevy down by Alien. They're trying to rotate out. Uh-oh. Not bad, but now the teams are going to start to rotate in. They're really cutting off that path. It's not going to be easy at all. See Epic and Pump finally making their way in. Retro and Phoenix moving towards the south. The zone continues to pull all these teams drastically down low towards the south. 43 above for Youngin and Hilly. Going to see what second place is looking like right now. B-Dog and Minute. 154 above the damage threshold. Moving to 157 just at the edge of zone. Taking advantage of their positioning. You see them looking back at the other teams that have to rotate in. Hearn, Alien, they're going to be one. Cloney and Icy, they're going to be another. You said you would win, of course. Three teams, Chalk. 3 teams. That's what we're mainly watching. Kanata and Victor V, even though they're eliminated in this game, they have first place on lock. They don't even have to queue up for game 12, and they're still going to win the tournament. Minute B-Dog. Who else? We got Yumi and Salco. 204 above the damage threshold. Really no reason to move for them. Got Raze, Monk trying to make their way in from the south. Phoenix and Retro still trying to make their way in. Phoenix and Retro for the day. We got 15th, I believe, 33rd, 8th, and then a first place with 12 eliminations. It's never too late to rise up the leaderboards. First place might be out of reach, but not that top 3. Yeah, Nada's on 0 ping, or as close to it as you can get. Just at the edge of the zone, Storm Surge turning on yet again. 426 above the damage threshold. Jump on board Xenos and Zukis. I believe they are 4th place as of now. Scratch that. 5th place at 345 points on the overall leaderboard. They're 5 points away from top 4. A couple more points away from that. 198, though, above the damage threshold. Thunderburst going out. AR as well, trying to maximize the efficiency of the amount of ammo they're actually able to get from medium and small. Grabbing themselves the edge of that zone. Landing shots onto Xenon. Should say Bello. Breaking the shields. Peepotron does the rest. Xenon does go down. They break his box and get him into their own. Trying to make sure they get every morsel of that loot. Top 30 situation. Not the time to go down. They spent so much effort here. Up until here. With 2 games left. It's the last thing you want to do is go down. Raisin Monk on the other side. Only 14 above the damage threshold. Looking to the side. Lonely's there. Haas, Phoenix Retro underneath. They move up just a little bit. 28 above the damage threshold. And Blessings continue to pour their way. They do pull zone in their favor. So this is going to be a great opportunity for them to try to take some peeks. Land some shots in the distance. You see Xpon Doxy trying to use that shockwave to rotate on out. Sees another team in that box fully edited on the other side. So he quickly resets his own. Not wanting to take too many risks from 14 above the damage threshold to 101. It's going to show how active the lobby is right now. 56 players left alive. That means it needs to go down to 40 for Storm Surge to turn off altogether. Next spawn getting to 166 above the damage threshold. Not trying to settle for just 2 eliminations here. Here's a whole team up above. Another team down below. That's Central and Purple. They're just trying to make sure they get all the loot for their efforts here, or at least what's left of it. You see when it comes to their material count, about even and almost maxed up, especially being 1,100 or so damage above the threshold. Slixies and Ratgun trying to do the same thing, but they're only 3 above the damage threshold. Trying to go and attack while somebody looks distracted. Pre-edits come in, Blink and Fuzz. They're the ones that are getting full force aggression coming out from Ratgun and Slixies, but they might have bit off a little bit more than they can chew. They don't necessarily land a shot. Meanwhile, they take back-to-back haymakers, bringing their shields down low. Zone is now pushing them in. Few shockwaves left. They're quickly running out, but Ratgun somehow finds a miracle play on the Blink, getting the knock, elimination, siphon. Everything here is needed for Ratgun. Not only to get above the damage threshold, but to get the siphon to keep the HP intact as you use the shockwave to get inside of the zone. Slixies slowly but surely following suit. Strength in numbers here, especially when you're barely above the damage threshold. Zuki's, Xeno 315 above the damage threshold. 6 players need to go down before it's no longer a factor in this game. Zone pulling towards the north. In the divot of New Sanctuary, going up the side of those mountains. Some positions might be a cakewalk. Others, you might need a shockwave to make those dreams possible. Lonely's still around. Yumi's still in this game along with Salco. 291 points using the Fizz and the shockwave to try to rotate over. But Yumi gets absolutely beamed moving through the sky. Not sure if Salco can make the play to save the day, but he's trying to make it happen. Dropping down to the front side of zone. Immediately converges onto Yumi. He might be the hero anybody needs as a teammate here, because now Yumi, Salco, they get a second chance to hold their spot. Coming into this game, they had a 34-point lead over 4th place. They are the team that is on the line. They are the bubble, but they're running into trouble. Pump and Epicwell on the other side. Yumi goes down a second time. Coughs and Suds now trying to knock on that door and break their way in. So there's only so much you could do with his own force in everybody's hands. As Salco sees the Fizz bomb down below, trying to utilize that for himself. Zone is eventually going to force him out of this position, but he's just trying to gather as much information as possible. Sees a couple extra builds on the other side. It's not going to be a true difference maker, but it's better than nothing if you're a person like Salco with the bare minimum of resources in your inventory. No extra heals, no shockwave, nothing. Doxy and X-Pawn trying to come back as well. 9th place. They had a fall from grace, but they're separated 2 different locations, 2 different sides of the map. They're finding a good job to reunite. Dropping the pizza, Ratgun, Slixies. They're trying to move up the leaderboard as well. 10th place going into this game. Got Epic and Pump right in front. Xeno, Zuki's 231 points on the day. They can clutch up here. Definitely put themselves in the conversation going on the last game of the day, but Minute is going off. Remember, they are 2nd place. They are the ones trying to build themselves a cushion. Right now, Compton and Icy, though, they do have the high ground. For B-Dog and Minute, this moment here is everything. They have about a 30-plus point lead over 2nd place and about a 50-plus point lead over everyone else. B-Dog is looking for opportunities. Centro there as well, trying to see where Zuki's and Xeno are at, because Xeno gets another elimination. Zuki's drops down below. No extra heals. They're running on fumes here, trying to figure out what is the right play. They separate, hoping that works out for them, but Zuki's does go down. Xeno trying to save the day, but he gets eliminated outside of the top 12 in this position. Slixie's trying to play catch-up. High ground right now being contested. Ray's looking up as well. Lonely finally goes down. That's the necessary evil when you try to contest the high ground, but Haas not going away empty-handed. Gets a knock onto Compton. He cannot get the elimination just yet. He's just trying to build his way towards the high ground. Icy is there. He maintains his position by going deeper into the zone. It's opening up in that direction, but a little bit too slow for his liking. Ratgun 60s down below. X-Spawn trying to pop off. Centro as well. It does look like B-Dog has been eliminated. Minute's going to be left by himself in a top 10 situation. 180 points on the day. Still a couple splashes left in the inventory. Epic and Pump find a chance here to try to progress onto Rat Gun down below, but they really have no extra builds. The only 3 they have left is in the inventory of Epic. Well, Phoenix and Retro, 8 eliminations here. They're trying to match the tempo that they had in that last game. A victory royale, 12 eliminations, trying to close them gap, give themselves a chance to double qualify for lands. Retro and Phoenix steamroll another duo out of their path, and they still have plenty of heals left. 100 left on the Chug Jug. A little bit more than Siphon Mats. They're one of the healthiest teams down below. 60s does go down. Centro still looking around. Haas dropping down layer after layer here. But being a solo comes with its own challenges. Bean and Chase still cutting off a path. Phoenix and Retro trying to clear one of their own. Instead of waiting for the zone to open up and they try to pickaxe it, they're just trying to go ahead and shoot ahead. Weaken those builds. Makes it easier for them to take position. There are teams down below outside of the zone stuck with their backs up against the wall. For Phoenix and Retro, they're just trying to take it one step at a time. Drops the Fizz Bomb, trying to recuperate whatever missing shield they do have. Almost oversteps. Takes a little bit of damage here, but you can see they're trying to save that Chug Jug into the last impossible moment. Top 3 situation. Haas is going to be left by himself, chasing being the duo, but they're somehow stuck in the middle. Retro and Phoenix, they make the play. They get another elimination. Retro trying to clean it up to get the Siphon to come into play. Phoenix going on the hunt. He has the Chug Jug, but he drops down below. He has enough to get the HP back on up, but it stops there with the shield. Retro with a couple extra pizzas in the back pocket, giving up all the builds they have left. It's only scraps, so not enough to make a legal piece. 1 build being built. 2 left. Everybody outside of zone. Bean is here. Haas as well. They're trying to go on a chase. They're trying to stop him and get the extra position. Bean goes down. Haas gets credit for the elimination, which means the Siphon is going to keep him alive. The double Chug Jug is there, but Retro does have the 2 pieces. Follows the zone all the way through. 60 left on the Chug Jug. He's running for the mending machine. He has the gold. Does he have the time? He returns back to his edit, and does it get a chance? Somehow, some way, we don't know who won today. So who won that? All right, we gotta figure out who won that. Okay. Retro has the pizzas. Haas has 80 Chug Jug. Okay. Phoenix did? Okay, but Phoenix did? Alright. Okay, yeah, Retro. Okay, yeah. Retro. Yo, Phoenix and Retro just pulled off back-to-back wins. Phoenix and Retro just pulled off back-to-back wins. I'm scared to look at the leaderboard. I'm scared to look at the leaderboard. Phoenix and Retro! Minute and B-Dog are all but locking up their top 2 spot, but Phoenix and Retro back-to-back wins. I'm not opening up Arc Raiders, dude. Don't worry. You guys already know what I'm doing, though. Like, come on now. You guys, I think everybody kind of has to know, you know? Retro and Phoenix. Like, come on now. Westover, 1 more game. I can't believe I didn't put Phoenix and Retro in the predictions.
Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley.
Haas, Bean, Rat Gun, Purple. Let me see the predictions. Haas, Bean, Rat Gun, Purple. Oh my god, it's going to roll down. Centro, Epic, Compton, Minute, and B-Dog. Centro, Epic, Compton, Minute, and B-Dog. So Minute and B-Dog win the prediction again. Did the Chris Kid get banned? No, they're just getting wiped. They're just getting wiped. 44th, 43rd, 49, 46. You win 2 different games, and you fail to get into the top 40 all day today for the most part. Oh my God, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
This for y'all to think that I don't write enough. They just mad cause I got the Midas touch.
So I got 2 teams. I got 3 teams so far that I thought would do good this weekend. I got 3 teams. I don't see Bach and Pars. I don't see Epic and Pump. So I'll go ahead and take that one on the chin. But going into the last game, 426 points is the point threshold to beat. Yumi and Saoko are 24 points down. Raze and Monk are 30 points down. Zeno and Zukis are 47 points down. Xpon and Doxy are 50 points away. Raygun and Slixies are 54 points away. And then OC and Larkos are so far gone they need a victory royale to top 3.
I've been putting on the show, it was a sellout event. Oh, you need better seating. I didn't want to do it.
Yo, I'm gonna start tweeting out, like before an FNCS major, I'm gonna start tweeting out 10 different versions of my predictions. And then Sunday after finals ends, I'm deleting all the wrong predictions. Oh, let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. You're right, Zer. Let's go ahead and watch that replay. There's a lot of time before we get in the last game, probably another couple of minutes. But man, this is looking good. So trying to clear one of their own. Instead of waiting for the zone to open up and they try to pickaxe it, they're just trying to go ahead and shoot ahead, weaken those builds, makes it easier for them to take position. There are teams down below, outside of the zone, stuck with their backs up against the wall. For Phoenix and Retro, they're just trying to take it one step at a time. Drops the Fizz Bomb, trying to recuperate whatever missing shield they do have. Almost oversteps. Takes a little bit of damage here, but you can see they're trying to save that Chug Jug into the last impossible moment. Top 3 situation. Haas is going to be left by himself, Chase and being the duo, but they're somehow stuck in the middle. Retro and Phoenix, they make the play. They get another elimination. Retro is trying to clean it up to get the Siphon to come into play. Phoenix going on the hunt. He has the Chug Jug, but he drops down below. He has enough to get the HP back on up, but it stops there with the shield. Retro with a couple of extra pizzas in the back pocket, giving up all the builds they have left. It's only scrap, so not enough to make a legal piece. 1 build being built. 2 left. Everybody outside of zone. Bean is here. Haas as well. They're trying to go on a chase. They're trying to stop him and get the extra position. Bean goes down. Haas gets credit for the elimination, which means the Siphon is going to keep him alive. The double Chug Jug is there, but Retro does have the 2 pieces. Follows the zone all the way through. 60 left on the Chug Jug. He's running for the Mending Machine. He has the gold. Does he have the time? He returns back to his edit and doesn't get a chance. Somehow, some way, we don't know who won today. Dude, I didn't even notice the replay ended. Trying to think, what's a good song? This is what Retro's listening to right now. This is what, after that song, like, when Kanata won back-to-back, he had the Drake back-to-back song. Retro won back-to-back, trying to fight for a qualifier spot. He popped this on right now. That's what the Retro's calling me. Yo, Retro. Yeah, no, I'm playing the theme song right now. Yeah, no, it's on. All right, good luck. Last game. Don't choke. All right, bye.
Cause I got mine. When I'm around quick playing, nigga, you can't shine. You gon' be that next chump, then up in the trunk after being hit by the pump. Is that what you want? Be easy,
wait,
nigga. I lay your ass out. Believe
is Fortnite tracker just crash?
Gangsta, you can find a nigga sitting on throne. Hit the clutch, hit the gear, hit the gas, and I'm gone. If
I can't open up the game.
Be done. Now I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top. Show, I'ma make it hot, baby. I'm down for the action. He's smart with his mouth to smack. You holding your strap, you might come back, so clap. React like a gangster.
I want Narcos to qual, but it's whatever.
Cause you get hit and homicide to be asking what
Curve!
No, look who crept in with the ball.
Retrying in 12 seconds. Come on, bro, retry.
East side, west side, niggas know.
I'm loco.
My mama saying something really wrong with my brain. Niggas don't rob me, they know I'm down and down for my chain. She unit. We get it poppin'.
Alright, we're just gonna guess.
Motherfucker was good. I'm waiting on niggas to act like they don't know how to act.
Like 3 minutes, I think. We can get in the game in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Game 12.
It's a rap, nigga. Do it, homie, it can't be done. Now I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top. Show, I'ma make it hot, baby. I invented how to teach lessons to slow learners. Go ahead, act up, get smacked in the head with the burner.
Body retro, swip up, off spawn. I don't know. Don't spoil us, please. Can you drink water? I bought it. Yeah. No competition on West? What are you talking about, bro? Let's not pretend like this didn't happen. Like, come on now. Let's not like pretend this didn't happen. Let's not pretend like this didn't happen. Let's not pretend now. The region doesn't get credit, rightfully so. But let's not pretend like the other regions were super close. Come on. Got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to wait. Minute and a half. Minute and a half. Should be good any second now. Should be good any second now. EU is the hardest region. I don't know. Yeah, that thing don't work anymore, Coil, but it's my headset. I already gave it away. Elmo won it, but since he's in Canada, he sent it to a friend. Double minimap gone. Last game of the day. I don't like, to me, what I don't understand is like, okay, let's pretend OCE, let's pretend West, you know, bottom of the barrel in regions, like, what does that matter, right? Because if only EU and NA existed, I don't think you can consider it a global championship. You know what I mean? Imagine if at the Olympics, all the bad teams weren't allowed to go. There would be no tournament. The lobby would have 15 people in it. Let's use our brains, y'all. All right, let's. My bad. No contest. Phoenix and Retro. Let's go. All right, Phoenix Retro uncontested this time around. Moving into third place. Quickly trying to go ahead and claim their drop. Let's go for B-Dog and Minute here for a sec. Woo. Off their mountain.
Jacob, who do you got getting second?
Who do I got getting second? Minute and B-Dog or Phoenix and Retro? I don't know anymore, Bach. They left. They just say, you know what? We can't handle the heat. Let's just stay out of the kitchen. Dude, I don't even see them on here, dude. Where are they? Are they really having this bad of a tournament? That's unfortunate. I kind of feel for the teams that have a very good day one and then fizzle out. I kind of feel for them. I don't know, Bolis. I really don't know. Bro, I'm telling you, right? If you get rid of everybody who's not good in Fortnite and you only have good players, there wouldn't be a tournament. There has to be people like me that exist that fill up the lobby so there's 100 players playing, right? There has to be people like me. If people like me don't exist, there's no competitive scene. I promise you guys. Finally, they're getting aggressive. Come on, let's start. Let's end the tournament strong. Game 12. Wipe them off. Wipe them so hard off Wonky Land. They go into Chapter 5. All Hearn's already down. Come on, Pump. Get in the box. Misses that one. Doesn't get control. Now he's attacking from the other side. On the roof. Trying to cut down any options Hearn might have. Quickly builds the wall to protect himself. Ooh, third party coming in. I think that's Zeno and Zuki's. Zeno and Zuki's terrorizing Wonky Land here. Forcing the fight to slow down. We'll see Raze and Monk. See what their loot is off spawn. Right now, if you kind of look at the leaderboard right now, Minute and B-Dog, 462. Phoenix and Retro, 426. Then you have Yumi and Salco in 4th at 402. Raze and Monk at 396. Zeno and Zuki's 379. X-Pon Doxy, 376. Ratgun and 60s at 372. And those are the best chances that you have to qualify for the top 3. But after that, it'd be OC Larkos, Ryan Tron and Rowe, Hilly and Youngin, and then Purple and Centro. Everybody outside of that, I think it's going to need literally a miracle. And I know I've kind of been using that very, very loosely lately, but you're literally going to need a miracle if you want top 3. You better hope it's your birthday and start wishing on them candles. So, you know, just trying to watch the teams that have a shot at winning as of now. Seeing how some of these early games are going. Epic Whale and Pump, though, even though they don't have a chance to win, it's at least a fight. Potentially, they're actually not going to go for it. Continuing looking around the map, seeing where some of these other teams are at. We'll check that out in a second. Does look like some good and early damage, but it does look like Kanata. I thought that for a moment they were going to go ahead and play aggressive, but they actually are. Cops and Suds. Uh-oh, Victor V's down again. Yo, does Xenon and Velo not like Kanata and Vic? Is there anyone with insight? Oh, let's go. Let's go. World star. Show him who's boss, dude. Show him. Show him. I want him to fight this. Is 10th place comparable to like 40th Central? Go out the other end. Quickly make a box. Come on, just fight it. He only has 7 builds left, though. Source in school lurking down below. Oh, there's a lot of extra loot. This is Vic's loot, I'm pretty sure. Oh, big shot on the Velo. Kanata and Vic go down. Oh, Salco and Yumi going for a fight here. They get that first knock onto Larkos. OC trying to run away. There's a point gap that needs closing right now for Yumi and Salco, and this is how you close that gap. Just remember, last year in trios, I wouldn't say they were the best of the best, but last year in trios, there were a few teams that tried to come over to NA West, and it did not work. Kanata's finding success, but Kanata, I think, is an outlier. Yumi Salco just trying to get into the box. OC Larkos do go down. 8 more points for Yumi and Salco. Puts him on 410, so they're still 16 points down away from second place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 4th place now getting lurked on here. They heard the noise off the side of the mountain. Yeah, Trey. See, like, to me, that's the thing, right? People could say what they want about this region, but a good chunk, I'm not saying everyone, because obviously Pete, Clicks, Higgs, Iamzo, Josh, Agers, Ritual, you know, all those guys probably would perform well. But Let's be real. Like, there's a good chunk of people that would top 10, maybe. So Salco is going to escape for now. Check on Zeno, Zuki's. And we're going to look down for Minute and B-Dog probably after this because they're going to be in second place with a little bit more of a lead. But they rotated very, very early in this game. Trying to see where they're actually able to position themselves at. They went from the bottom side. Wait, are Minute and B-Dog dead? No, okay. Wonky land. Unfortunately, everyone's saying bad stuff about West. I mean, the thing is, I can understand where, I don't want to call it a stereotype, but like I can understand where the thought process comes from. But when we actually use our brains, so Minute B-Dog just making it in towards Wonky Land. Who else do we have here? We got Saul, Salco, Yumi. Let's go ahead and check on Ryan Tron and Roe. Ryan Tron and Roe currently positioned 10th place on the leaderboard, 334 points. Roughly 80 points down. Need Retro to go down. Need a couple of the opposition in your path to go down as well. But hey, have yourself a chance. Doxy X-Spawn towards the outside. Again, towards the top of the leaderboard. Just need a fantastic game here. Okay, that makes sense, though. Just rotating out South Battlewood. Not really trying to focus on getting in just yet. Vanilla's Haju's towards the outside. See where they're at on the leaderboard. Much farther down, 288 points. And not that I know of. As far as I know, it is Division 1 only. They're just delaying resetting Division 1 so everybody can play. Haju up above. Slow game plan here. Hunt Hazo down below. I'm not sure if they know they're up here, but they're going to go ahead and use that first shockwave to get on out. Hunt takes the brute force of that damage. Vanillas takes a couple of shots, but he gets coned off. Nice one to block out Hazu from going ahead and getting out with that shockwave, but he misses that first shot. Being forced back down just a little bit. Haju's now getting the focus put on him. Lands another shot onto the Hunt. Drops the med bomb down below, allowing for Vanillas and him to get the most use out of it. That's not going to slow down Hazo from trying to put pressure and possibly get elimination or damage to go in, but they're actually going to disengage on out. They're moving towards the north. They realize timing is of the essence for the zone. What's your good news, dude? I don't have the song, Petite. If I had it, I would. No, it's everyone that's in Div 1. They're delaying the reset, Nick. They're delaying the reset so everybody who's in Division 1 can play. The only people who cannot play are Division 2, Division 3, and anybody who's already qualified. Brian and Rowe are still alive. Not necessarily in zone yet. Slicksy's towards the top. Where are Ryan and Rowe? Xenon and Velo rotating out. Purple's here. Zuki Xeno on top of Frigid Fortress. Not too bad. I'm just coping. Virgo sold Bucky on West. Have a good night, Coil. Oyo Higgs, both rapid. All T1s from West that do good on Central. Epic Whale Bakpar is used to good before they switched. For a while, Baka and Pars had one of the best average placements when Central became a region. Ryan and Rowe up towards Wonky Land. Are they going to use that to rotate in? Only time will tell. Essentially maxed up on materials. Grabbing some extra minis, not necessarily hitting the vending machine. Got to imagine they might not have a lot of gold to make that a possibility. Yumi and Salco still floating out towards the outside. They see Jules and Caesar boxed up by the launch pad. They can't not make that a part of their game plan to make it inside of the zone. They're going to have to think about a plan B here for a moment. Extra med kit. That's got to help a ton. Why didn't he use the med kit? They pull zone, though. Yumi and Salco. We could see Yumi and Salco in Germany. Any faith in Gears E-Day? A little bit. A tiny little bit. Difficult. I don't believe that one bit. Scissor getting pressed. Phoenix dropped down to 27 HP. Has the med kits. Barely making the zone. They got themselves the edge, though. Something they can at least hang their hat on. Retro trying to build some extra space. They're 123 below the damage threshold. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. For Retro and Phoenix, this is big. They are only up by 16 or so points from Yumi and Salco. And they are 158 below the damage threshold. We do got some extra med kits. What we don't have is time to really pop them off. Get the HP heals up. Blood Gangsta has an off angle. Scissor gets tagged up just a little bit by Retro, but they're still below the damage threshold. 29, not enough to panic, but still enough to take the damage nonetheless. Trying to steal that wall from underneath. Not sure how they got above the damage threshold, but it just goes to show how stacked the lobby is. Along with that activity, 104 and counting. Medkit finally being shared around. Retro can get up to 197 shield and HP combined. They're still worried in the back of their mind that Storm Surge, only 81 above. You see him peeking through the cone, spotting out Lonely. Zone's coming in. Nice shot on the Rems. It's not going to be a huge difference maker, but at least it's a positive attribute. I do believe Phoenix landed one as well. 165 and counting. 25 players need to go down before Storm Surge does deactivate, so we still got a long road ahead of us. Blood Gangsta, SZA looking like they were getting pressured onto one side. Phoenix and Retro took note of that. And you see them eyeing this direction. Possibly waiting for a fight to break out. And maybe they can get some pre-edits in to replace those. Uh-oh. So you're saying a 36 elimination win is impossible. Watch this. Oh, that fall damage. Yeah, that's what scared me. Almost boxed up next to Haas, trying to peek. They do have the med kit here. Double bigs to try to get the shields on up. But after this, they are fresh out. At a time where it feels like they need it most. One below the damage threshold. And it's active surge on top of that. Retro quickly peeks, lands a couple shots, trying to get above the damage threshold. No, Imp flying out of nowhere, gets the knock onto Retro. Things are beginning to look a little serious. 51 below, falling further, 93 and counting. He finally is able to use the last med kit, but that instantly gets canceled out. Lyric and X on the other side. Phoenix can only take 2 ticks of Storm Surge before he's eliminated out of this game. So he's now panicking, trying to go and figure out where he's going to get that damage from, inching closer and closer to any opportunity. Even seeing the Fizz on the other side, tries to go for it, but gets cut short. Peeks through, lands a shot, over 100 damage, still not enough to get above. Storm Surge now activating, and Phoenix has gone down. A big opportunity has just been given to the rest of the lobby. Zeno, Zuki's there, one of them. Yumi and Salco, though, they were the ones that were 16 points down. For Phoenix and Retro, the worst possible time to get eliminated outside of placement points. They just need to do the bare minimum. But not only them, they have to watch out. Raze and Monk as well. That's just having such a phenomenal day number 2 here. 396 points Much further gap for them to come back from, though. Oh, looking up. Padding the stats. Raze lands a good amount of damage. Not necessarily going for the elimination just yet. The zone pulling off the side of the mountain in towards Wonky Land. So you see a lot of the teams going to be the first ones there. They're the ones that can really get a chance to set up. We did see Minute go down as well. We have third place on the leaderboard, fully eliminated out of the game. We have second place on the leaderboard, stuck as a solo here. Not sure what the point threshold is going to be here. But for B-Dog, he has minis, shockwaves, builds, just no real damage. So the confidence might not necessarily be there. Par's on the other side of that wall. Another team rotating in, tries to go for the quick shot and gets the elimination. Big moment there for B-Dog. 4 more points to his total. Getting a couple more of those builds, but most importantly, the Storm Surge damage. Trying to do it all by himself here before placement points have even start to set in. But now with 2 teams already eliminated, another elimination for B-Dog. 4 points there. He's starting to gain some traction. Build himself a cushion, so that way it's mathematically impossible for anybody to catch up. Remember, third place is out. Second place is here. First place has already been eliminated, but there's too much of a point gap as B-Dog quickly looks back, lands a couple of shots, not overstaying his welcome with that peak. Salco, Yumi, still a couple points down, 16 overall. They have to try to get into that bubble. Let's just say maybe 10 points down. Now Zeno goes down. That's a big loss. Now Zuki's by himself. Everything's falling apart here for the teams inside of the bubble. Compton now just trying to disengage, get out while he can, but he goes down. Big find by Zuki's. 4 more points, trying to play catch up here. He did get the pizza. They have the shockwaves. Minis down below as well. He's willing to sacrifice the HP damage so he can be a little bit more healthy here. So that way he doesn't get one-shotted out of the sky. Zone continue to pull south of Wonky Land, so it's not getting any easier here. Monk and Raze have been eliminated out of this game. Their chances at getting top 3 are out of the window now for Zuki's. Is all on to him. No extra heals, so he has to quickly dash and find his way into the zone. Accidentally hit the fizz, goes up and over. A saving moment for him having to go through that mid ground, but now he gets spotted out by Epic and Pump. They're trying to break their way into the box. They probably realize the only hope that they have is through a clear-cut elimination victory royale, but it looks like Epic Will's run gets cut short. Pump now left by himself, trying to break into the box onto Salco. Yumi is there as well. Another team that is currently in the hunt. Yumi and Salco, 2 eliminations. Those are the same 2 eliminations from the early game. 9 teams have fallen so far. 18 placement points. I believe they have overtaken third place on the leaderboard. Yumi and Salco looking like they are the team to beat at this current time. But it looks like B-Dog went down. That's a huge loss for B-Dog here in this game. He just has to hope and pray the points that they got were going to be enough. Pizza's being dropped. Yumi and Salco are just trying to stay alive a little bit longer. They're trying to get a couple of more placement points. Xpon is looking back. Doxy is looking back. They know this team's hiding there. They're on high ground, but there's only so much they could do. They have to follow the zone. Xpon and Doxy, top 9 going into this game. They're trying to clutch up here with a victory royale, but Yumi with the last of the pizzas trying to heal up. Salco has to go to the front side of the zone by himself. Yumi's last chance to make a mad dash to the inside of the zone. He catches wind with Salco. They're doing just enough to keep themselves on top of that leaderboard. They made it in, but can they stay there? Raze and Monk are down. Zeno and Zuki's as well. We're going to go ahead and try to look at Doxy and Xpon. They need a victory royale here if they have any hope of making it in. Big elimination there as Hearn does go down. Tries to drop, making sure to grab every piece of that loot. Siphon Matt's coming in. He returns back on over towards high ground where Doxy has been holding it down. 4 builds left. Salco down below. They might have done enough to clutch out a spot, but it's still anybody's game with a few teams that have a chance with a win could steal it away. Looking down, being persistent, don't really have a lot of SMG ammo, so they can't put down pressure. They're stuck with their shotguns out. Rat gun goes down. 60's still alive. He's trying to hang on to hope here. A chance that they can still qualify going into this game. You got to imagine 8 plays, 372 points. Was that enough? Peopletron and Evolved just outside as well. Sauco finally goes down. Hopefully they done enough to clutch out a good spot. It's really up to Xpawn and Doxies. These are the guys that are really going to cause a wrench into the leaderboard and really cause a little bit of commotion. This is for the Summit Land top 3. First place already going to Kanata and Victor V, as another one's going to drop down. They're trying to get the loot. They have no mats left. Perfectly timed to not only steal away the loot, but steal away position here. But they have to watch out. The railings could cause a little bit of distraction just like that. They accidentally hop on top. It allows them to reposition in front. 2v2 situation. Evolved and Peopletron. First shot by Doxy. Xpawn goes down. He gets the elimination though. He's trying to go blow for blow. 1v1 situation. 7 shots left. No builds. He gets the elimination. Just enough for him to get the materials. 1 splash. Medkit. Peopletron has the Chug Jug on the other side and a bunch of extra builds. So this is really going to come down to the wire. Can Doxy do it? 9 extra points for the win. 4 extra points for the victory royale. It's 13 points on the line. Big shot by Doxy here. They have 5 elimination already, and he gets the 6. Doxy clutches up. Hopefully, he qualifies to Germany. Doxy clutches up. Everybody knows Victor V and Kanata are your NA West Major 1 champions. B-Dog and Minute hold on to 2nd place and qualify to the Major 1 Summit Land. And for the last spot up for grabs in NA West, we know Phoenix and Retro got cut short in the last game. Their hopes and dreams turned into nightmares. But the last spot up for grabs goes to Xpawn and Doxy with a victory royale. They go ahead and get the spot by 7 points. Losing that game would have got them 4th place. Xpawn and Doxy have clutched up to qualify for the Major 1 Summit Land. Oh my God, and we got to witness it. We got to witness it. Honestly, this, like, if 2nd and 3rd place wasn't this close, NA West probably would have been boring. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. NA West would have certainly been boring. Because Kanata and Vic running away with it, and 2nd and 3rd, there wasn't something to actually play for. We would have been asleep. We would have been asleep. We would have been asleep. But congratulations, Victor V, most of all. Not only does he join Dignitas, he wins FNCS on NA West. Congratulations to Minute and B-Dog clutching up. They almost did not even make it here, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Xpawn and Doxy, a 1st place, 6 eliminations. They clutch out to win the last and final spot in Major 1. Congratulations, Void. Congratulations, brothers. Congratulations. Let's watch. Honestly, it's not every day. It's not every day. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting the right clip for Twitter. It's not every day we get an actual moment that matters in a game this chaotic. So let's go ahead and watch Xpawn and Doxy's qualifying moment. Shotgun's out. Rat gun goes down. 60's still alive. He's trying to hang on to hope here. A chance that they can still qualify going into this game. You got to imagine 8 plays, 372 points. Was that enough? Peopletron and Evolved just outside as well. Sauco finally goes down. Hopefully they done enough to clutch out a good spot. It's really up to Xpawn and Doxies. These are the guys that are really going to cause a wrench into the leaderboard and really cause a little bit of commotion. This is for the Summit Land top 3. First place already going to Kanata and Victor V, as another one's going to drop down. They're trying to get the loot. They have no mats left. Perfectly timed to not only steal away the loot, but steal away away position here, but they have to watch out. The railings could cause a little bit of distraction just like that. They accidentally hop on top. It allows them to reposition in front. 2v2 situation evolved in Peepotron. First shot by Doxy. X-Pawn goes down. He gets the elimination, though. He's trying to go blow for blow. 1v1 situation. 7 shots left. No builds. He gets the elimination. Just enough for him to get the materials. 1 splash. Medkit. Peepotron has the Chug Jug on the other side and a bunch of extra builds. So this is really going to come down to the wire. Can Doxy do it? 9 extra points for the win. 4 extra points for the victory royale. It's 13 points on the line. Big shot by Doxy here. They have 5 elimination already, and he gets the 6. Doxy clutches up. Ooh, beautiful winning moments, dude. I don't really know a lot of these people, man, but congratulations to them. 1.5 FNCS winner. Ah! Dude, I wanted to see Ratgun do well, bro. I wanted to see Phoenix and Retro clutch up. Zeno, dude, was having a good game. Ryan Tron's a cool dude. It's just unfortunate only 1 team can actually win and 3 teams can qualify for finals. Very unfortunate. But I just want to say, y'all, I appreciate every single one of you guys. This weekend has been a moment to remember. We hit 21,000 followers, a new record. We hit a bunch of subs, again, a new record. You know, if I never see any of you guys again, I just want to thank you for making my weekend so memorable. Honestly, I owe it to you guys all out there, from watching the stream, typing in the stream, supporting the stream, and just being here for all the action. You guys truly have made the sacrifice of my time actually worth it. Thank you guys for enjoying Central with me. Thank you guys for enjoying the West broadcast. We will be streaming a lot of the West stuff this upcoming season. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing Wednesday when that tournament does roll around, because it kind of, you know, it surprised me, you know, some plans and stuff like that. So we'll try to make it for West. Don't hate me if we don't, but coming in and leading up to Dusseldorf, Germany, we're going to be paying attention a lot to the NA West, obviously watching some eval finals, and just overall having a great time. There's going to be stuff that you can win in this channel. Elmo knows he won a brand new headset and the whole system. He's from Canada, so he chose somebody else in the USA to win it for him. I just got to figure out what the next prize is going to be. All you have to do is watch the stream, enter the raffle with channel points, so everybody has equal chance. But again, thank you guys. Thank you guys oh so much. Yesterday, some people got to see me fight my bear. I may have lost the battle, but I won the war. I won the war against the bear back there. There's a reason why he's down and I'm up. You know what I'm saying? But let's check this prediction real quick. Let's check this prediction. Who placed higher in that game real quick? X-Pawn, Evolved, Ratgun, Lyrics, Centro, X-Pawn. X-Pawn wins. X-Pawn and Doxy wins the prediction. Not a single person voted for X-Pawn and Doxy on the prediction. So I'm going to let that roll down. After X-Pawn and Doxy, it's Yumi and Sauko win the prediction. So we're going to go ahead and let Yumi and Sauko win the prediction. If you guys voted Yumi and Sauko, congratulations to you guys. That way I don't just take away channel points. Somebody wins channel points. There were 0 on X-Pawn and Doxy. One more time, I'll say it again. So Yumi and Sauko do win the prediction. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you guys come back for another stream in the future. You know what I mean? I'm going to throw some messages out to Ozzy. I know Faxi in the past has always told me, hey, come on the stream. The Discord's open. He invited me in there. I'm just too shy, honestly. I'm just too shy. I don't know. I look at everybody there. I look at all these pro players as superstars, and I'm just little old Jacob. I need to get that out of my head because I'm regular size Jacob. Regular. You know, I'm not sure. Either way, if the joke sucks, I'm sorry. But whew, we're going to have a great night. We're going to go eat. We got some canes on the way, so we're going to go fill up. I'm going to be peeping in a lot of the FORTNITE streams. If anybody did a watch party of Central, let me know if you guys could like tweet at me or something like that. I know Faxity, Ozzy, I know Hydra and Brando did. I want to go and watch from their points of views to kind of see what people think about my casting. That's where I get a lot of feedback as well. It's something I can do better. Feel free to let me know, right? If there's something you guys think I can do better, let me know. I always want to improve, so I'm taking all feedback. I'm taking all feedback. But until next time, y'all, Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, because I know I did. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you guys on the next stream. Beep, beep. I know it's cheesy, but I don't care. Shotgun's out. Rat gun goes down. 60's still alive. He's trying to hang on to hope here. A chance that they can still qualify. Going into this game, you got to imagine 8 plays, 372 points. Was that enough? Peopletron and Evolved just outside as well. Sauco finally goes down. Hopefully they done enough to clutch out a good spot. It's really up to Xpawn and Doxies. These are the guys that are really going to cause a wrench into the leaderboard and really cause a little bit of commotion. This is for the Summit Land top 3. First place already going to Kanata and Victor V, as another one's going to drop down. They're trying to get the loot. They have no mats left. Perfectly timed to not only steal away the loot, but steal away position here, but they have to watch out. The railings could cause a little bit of distraction just like that. They accidentally hop on top. It allows them to reposition in front. 2v2 situation. Evolved and Peopletron. First shot by Doxy. Xpawn goes down. He gets the elimination though. He's trying to go blow for blow. 1v1 situation. 7 shots left. No builds. He gets the elimination. Just enough for him to get the materials. 1 splash. Medkit. Peopletron has the chug jug on the other side and a bunch of extra builds. So this is really going to come down to the wire. Can Doxy do it? 9 extra points for the win. 4 extra points for the victory royale. It's 13 points on the line. Big shot by Doxy here. They have 5 elimination already, and he gets